Good evening and welcome to our brand new live play stream of Fallen Kingdom Traitors Fate. Fallen Kingdom is our upcoming system-agnostic dark fantasy setting, in which for almost a year now, the once prosperous kingdom of Alidon has languished under the boot of the usurper, the Witch King Modraine. Once a member of the King's Council and trusted advisor to the former king, Modraine manoeuvred his pieces well before he struck. Striking bargains with witches and demons, the usurper installed those who had secret loyalties to him in half of the noble houses of the kingdom. And when the time came, those who did not bow to him vanished or were slain. Treachery and power plays are commonplace in the Fallen Kingdom, and several factions have risen against the usurper, from the Kingsworn to the Ravens. But can they put aside their own differences to unite against the usurper Modraine? Fallen Kingdom is a campaign setting for role-playing games and has a dark yet heroic bent. The heroes seek not only to survive in the Fallen Kingdom under the oppressive rulership of the usurper, but also to restore it to its lost glory. The kingdom, that is, not the usurper. For our campaign in the Fallen Kingdom, we've chosen to use the Fantasy Age RPG system by our friends over at Green Ronin Games. You can check them out at greenronin.com. I'll be your games master tonight. My name's Bryan F. Irving and I'm with Gethsemane Games, who created the maps and the setting. And I'm also with DH9 Radio, who are responsible for most of the music and sound effects. Your cast of players are Jenni Saveall.
Hello, I'm Jenni. I play Sister Celeste, who is Sword Mage and member of the Faithful.
Lars Hagman.
Hello, I'm playing Balore, a mage of the Guardians of Arcane Law.
Marie McGowan-Irving.
Hello, I'm Marie. I play Rowena Shadowend, weird little swamp witch with a frog under her hat, who's also a member of the People's Freedom Volunteers.
And finally, Ben Watson.
Evening, I am Ben. I play Edward, a elven assassin who roots for the People Freedom Volunteers.
Indeed so. Okay, so where we left it last week, the party were just making good their escape from Fetherstone Castle, the keep at which Baron Khaled, one of the vassals of Modraine, has been holding or has been protecting the spy within the resistance camp that sold out the resistance moot to Baron Khaled's undead forces, causing the raid that started the campaign. You've managed to kill Baron Khaled, despite my expectations, certainly, and capture Wickham alive. And you are now in the process of escaping the castle through the secret passageway that leads to the hidden Sallyport.
Super sneaky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your mission has been a success despite the odds. Emerging into the secret Sallyport tunnel with your prize, you were again greeted by Gideon, who, true to his word, was still there protecting your rear with your horses hidden from casual view.
Okay.
After gifting him some of the plunder you took from the Baron's keep as payment for his help, you bid the saddler farewell and set off on your return trip to Starsreach. So before we go any further, how much of the loot that you took are you handing over to Gideon?
Well, we
Didn't
promised
Lanken get like a sack of 50 gold?
Lanken got a sack of some money, yes, he will give Gideon some of that.
and we were going to give him an equal share of ours, so
Right, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you all want to adjust your...
How much is an equal share?
We didn't really loot a huge amount.
I mean, how much is Lang giving him? Because Lang will be... If Lang gives him a gold, then he's had more profit than any of us.
Well, Lang's given him an equal share of what he took, so he's given him 5 gold.
Well, that's more than what we gained.
That's
So.
definitely an equal share of the 50 coins that he took.
Wow.
well, Rowena can't count. I think we seem to have gotten 50 silver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right,
So
yeah.
the question is whether we put 50 aside for him or whether we're going to add up. How many of us are there?
5. So you took 10 silver pieces each?
Yeah.
Did
So-
you say 10 each?
You will have
Yeah.
taken 10 each because
Right.
you took 50 silver.
Yeah.
Lanken said he was keeping the other bag,
Mhm.
so you didn't give him a share of the silver. So
No,
there
we
was-
got 50 silver each. We got it. There was a bunch more, I'm pretty sure. Because it was a big old sack of it, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, not that much. Was
So
it?
50 silver each, however much. It's like 250.
Oh no, there were
that
three.
right?
There were 3 bags, weren't there?
Yep.
Okay, so it wasn't 50 each, mind. Your maths is
Well, I
a bit,
thought it
bit
was.
shonky there. I think it was 30.
All right. Okay.
sure?
Because I'd put 50 into
Ah.
my sheet.
Oh no,
So-
okay. Well, Marie, you're likely to have got numbers right, so I could go and
Wow.
look it up, but I'm going to take it that it's the 50.
My math is shonky, but Marie's, oh, that one's right.
No, Marie can be trusted, and you're Ben. So yeah, you took 50 each, so give him however much of that you're going to give him.
Well, I
One. I think one's fair.
Wow.
Money
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything to Rowena. She can't count and she can't read. So she'll just go look at it and give him a handful of it. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give him 23 of mine.
Okay, right, yeah.
Giving him one of mine.
I'll give him 10 of mine.
Okay. So
Feel
once,
like a bit of a tight ass here.
yeah, I wonder why. Okay, so once you've all handed him the share of the coins that you're going to give him, you bid him farewell and begin your journey on to Starsreach. Spring rain showers have accompanied your ride northwest. You've left the farmlands behind half a day ago, and with them the occasional curious farmhand. With your horses tiring and the hardest part of your journey still to come, you take the chance to rest a little while and refresh yourselves and your mounts. If you haven't had a breather since the castle, you can take one now.
Ah, yes. Did we not have a breather? No, I
I
don't think we did.
because
Don't-
my... Oh,
Sorry.
no, we must have done because my health's back up.
Okay. If you did take a breather, then you can't take another one. What you can do is the mages can all restore 1d6 mana, because that just regenerates d6 per hour anyway. That's
Mine
d6
helps
plus
for
your
all the-
intelligence.
Oh, sorry, Brian.
That's okay, go ahead.
Apologies. Right, my health is really low if we did
Um,
take a breather.
I don't
Well,
remember
I-
taking a breather.
Mine went a bit weird there, sorry. I'm having a lot of trouble with my keyboard today.
We shanked up Wickham a bit, and then I'm pretty sure like it was late, so we just kind of like left it there.
Benny, I'll do Gay on you because those are all wounds you took since the last time I healed you.
Okay, because I'm at 19 out of 41 at the minute.
Oh, well, I just...
Bloody hell.
Funny you said 19 because I just
Yeah.
for 19
You
with
did.
4 stunt points.
4 stunt points. So you would gain. You've got Kairagi, so it would be double the normal 4, so that's 8. Then I will allow you to convert the stunt points to a point each, so that's 12. And you add your intelligence, that's 16.
Bloody hell.
So Jenny,
okay.
you get 16 health back.
Thank you
Marie.
very much.
I've got a couple bruises as well.
Okay.
Very nice, nearly at full.
Okay, well, I just rolled a 20 with 6 stunt points,
Ah, for
so,
the love of God. Right. So that's 6, 12,
I've rubbed some moss on you.
22.
God, I only needed like 7. 8.
Whilst Rowena's healing those who need it, who's watching the prisoner?
Sandreena.
Sandreena can, seeing she shouldn't do fuck all else.
Lars just said he is as well.
Okay, so Jenny, you'll have to play Sandreena. Lars, obviously, you're playing Balore. So as you're watching the prisoner,
Wickham.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. As you're watching Wickham, he decides that now is the time to speak up. He says, "You can't take me
Okay.
back to the academy
Why not?
because if Modraine thinks that I've switched sides back, he'll kill my family."
Oh, very sad. Oh well.
You should have thought of that before you betrayed us.
I betrayed you because he has my family. You didn't think
Okay.
you didn't think I wanted to side with that monster, did you?
Also, he's
Takes
playing
all
this
sorts.
card now.
This is
So
me
can-
rubbing ramming moss into Celeste wounds, going takes all sorts.
Can Sandreena try and see if how much he's bullshitting, or if he's bullshitting or what?
You can make a. Yes, okay. You can. You can make a communications empathy check. Now, I may or may not be making a whispered roll.
Okay.
So obviously, if he is lying, I'll be making a roll that you can't see. If he isn't lying, I shan't be making a roll. So.
I think Sandreena will be thinking he's bullshitting about his reasons anyway, but we'll see. Got a couple more questions to ask him.
Okay, so at this point you're not 100% sure. So what did you roll?
Got a 13.
You got a 13. Okay. So I may or may not be rolling some dice. Who knows?
Well, you didn't think to ask the Academy for help or, tell them what was going on.
I knew there were other spies at the academy. Also remember.
Not anymore.
That's it. Remember, the academy was still officially neutral, but he did know there were agents of Modraine there. Jenni, I'm not sure, but you pretty much think he's telling the truth.
Okay, now Sandreena.
Sandreena,
Well,
sorry.
she'll say, well, we can still take you to the academy, but if you tell us where your family are, maybe we can go and get them before he hurts them.
I doubt it's a long way away.
You just take him there as a prisoner.
Does that mean we get to fly on the birdies again? We could fly on the birdies again.
He has my sister at Cherry Blossom Manse.
Where the hell is that?
Cherry Blossom Manse. It's
Right.
west of the Starsreach. The Stars Water, sorry. It's west of the Stars Water.
Sounds pretty.
It's. I've never. Well, no, he will have been there. Yes, it's quite pretty. So's my hometown, which lies but half a day's journey to the north of it. Okay, I'm just going to show you the Rising Waters region.
See,
on
there's
that.
something else we can do. That really, I mean, when it gets, I know we've kind of killed Baron Kaladin. He would have been the one that told me, but we've left that castle a right state with skeletons everywhere, and your blood on the floor. And now we are going to drag you through every town between here and the Mage Academy.
Yeah.
So he'll know you're a prisoner and we took you by force. So why would you kill your family for that?
This is Modraine we're talking about. Besides, if you take me back to the academy now that they've declared for the rebellion, what do you think they'll do to me?
Well,
Probably.
I'm going to recite to him that thing the nymphs told us.
Right, oh shit! Right, okay. In that case, he goes pale when you say that.
Yep. That's what the nymphs told us. Did you think that there would be no price to pay for betraying the Academy?
Well, I suppose there was always going to be a price to pay, but I shouldn't have to die for being forced into this position.
I'm not
Well-
your judge. I'm not judge and I'm not jury. I'm just.
But they
told
will
to
be at
bring-
the academy. You'll be delivering me into the hands of the people who will execute me.
Well, so far as I'm aware, they haven't executed any of the mages who betrayed the academy who weren't killed in the battle.
I
That's
mean,
true.
The ones
The
that
other
are captured
masters are fine.
after.
I mean, this is not Wickham speaking, this is me speaking. That is absolutely true. They haven't killed any of the ones that surrendered, but they didn't go out of their way to take any of them alive either.
Well, true, yeah. I think. Well, I'm going to ask him: Is your sister your only family member that he has?
The only one left alive, yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to take you somewhere. Can't exactly trust you. You know, and if we take you with us to go and get your sister, then you're going to be...
Too many chances for him to escape.
Yep, bit of a liability.
We can't do that.
Well, then we seem to be in an awkward position.
You seem to be in an awkward position.
I'm certainly in an awkward position.
Mm-hmm.
If you take me back to the academy, they'll execute me, and Modraine will execute Evelyn.
Not unless we get there before he does that. I mean, how quickly would he find out? Is the question.
That's true. As quick as a skeleton can march, or a person can
I
run.
don't know if Modraine has a way of knowing things.
Well, then maybe it's already too late.
It goes pale again.
We're not saying we won't try and get your sister, but there's only so much that we can do.
Well, get to Stars World and then get to the Cherry Blossom Manse from there. If you can rescue me from... That's an interesting way of phrasing it, you think? If you can rescue me from Baron Khaled, you can rescue her from Lady Persephone.
See, you say rescued, but I seem to remember you summoning the illusion of a giant spider to attack us and then trying to run away invisible. So I don't really think we rescued you. And I think you're talking a lot of rubbish.
Well, I mean, I knew why you were really there, so rescue might have been a one way of phrasing it, I suppose. But I mean, my best chance was to get away from both you and Baron Khaled. Besides which, you know he'll already be sending messengers to Modraine. He's probably on our trail now. I don't know why we're...
Baron Khaled.
Yes.
Baron Khaled's dead.
Yes, that's
Extra
right.
dead.
Baron Khaled is dead. He has been for quite a long time. He's
Baron Khaled's
he's a channel
walking corpse was destroyed by the pointy-eared one.
Yep.
And
And
by
I've
the
got
one
his
that's keeping
head
watch of.
And I've got his head in a sack.
he
I've got his arm.
looks
could show him.
very surprised. This is news to him. He hadn't heard the battle because there was a bloody great thick stone wall between you and him. So he was completely
Go on, Balore,
unaware.
show him the head.
Yeah.
Go
Oh.
on.
Yeah. I'll pull out the armoured head.
Okay, you pull out the armoured head of Baron Khaled. He looks like wide-eyed, very, very surprised when he sees the what's left of the Channel Knight's severed head. So it's true, you did kill Baron Khaled. Well, in that case, if you can kill Khaled, you should be able to rescue Evelyn from Cherry Blossom
Persephone.
Manse.
So how about this for a plan?
Persephone Alvida, that's her surname.
How about this for a
Knew it
plan?
was a make of soap.
For the third time,
Mhm.
how about this for a plan? We have Gideon, or Hobson's choice, over there. He
No,
says,
you left here. He's not coming back with you. He's gone home.
no, but we haven't gone anywhere. We could get
No,
him to...
You have. You've been travelling half a day.
Right, okay. What
did
we
say
do
that.
then...
Yeah.
What we do then is we set a rumour in the countryside that this dude is being seen, like, trying to make his way back to Modraine.
Right.
we disguise him, we like stick a big cloak on him and something over his head as we gallop through the countryside in an effort to kind of hide who he is, but we set a rumour that he got away from us so that Modraine won't know that we've taken him back to the academy.
Okay.
We think we've got most of the spies, but we can probably get him in secret anyway and keep it to a needs-to-know basis when they get to the academy. So Modraine might not necessarily find out that we've got him, and that buys us some time to rescue the woman.
Yeah, and I think when we get to the academy, we can explain to them what he's claiming, and not to execute him straight away, because we're going to see if he was bullshitting or not about his sister being held hostage or whatever for, that might get him out of being executed, potentially. And we could then use the griffins to fly there, so it takes even less time, maybe. I think that's the best bet for...
Anyone else got any thoughts?
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
It's nice and sneaky. It's like how I like to do things.
Right, as you're saying, this could get a perception seeing test from everybody, please.
Well, that was crap.
Yep. Crap roll for me too.
Mine was...
Oh god, yours was even
Yeah.
worse than mine, Jenni.
Right, Edward and Lanken have both noticed something hurtling across the plains towards you. Something in the distance. It's difficult to make out what it is because it's raining quite heavily, but there's definitely several forms bearing down on you at fairly high speed. You can see Lanken's currently filling the a water canteen from the creek. It's not so much a creek, more just kind of a little trickle, a streamlet really. But he kind of, as he's filling it, he looks up, he sees something in the distance, and you see him slowly stand up, peering at it. At the same time, you see Edward turns from what he was doing and looks in exactly the same direction. Those two have both seen something the rest of you haven't seen. All right?
Okay.
Ben, what you have seen is about a half a dozen somethings approaching you at alarming speed. You can't quite make out what they are, but they look large but more or less humanoid in shape, but they're closing on you about the speed of a horseman.
Oh, so they're riding, they're not flying.
They don't seem to be flying, but they're not mounted. Whatever these things are, they're just very, very fast. They look vaguely
That could be.
humanoid in shape, but larger. And they are moving at about the speed of a horseman.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right,
I'll tell everyone there's some men the size of horses and they're running as fast as them too.
Should we run?
Right.
I think discretion might be the better part of Valor, and I've hardly got any magic, so I want to run. Because I don't think Arcane Blast is going to cut it.
I don't think we're going to be able to outrun them if
Does
we're
anyone
not
have
on...
does Lang have a telescope on him? Or a spyglass?
No, he doesn't actually. Doesn't.
It's a shame.
And you not throw up one of your invisible tents.
Could, but we've got all the horses and everything. They've
No.
clearly seen us. The problem is...
And because it's been
right.
raining, you've left a trail of horses' hooves
Okay.
and footprints.
Let's let's do the best we can to form a defensive circle with a prisoner
Okay.
at the centre.
Okay.
Is
Lanken
there-
says,
is there anywhere?
about 4 miles up, when we were coming down, we passed the ruins of something. I don't know what it was. An old
Okay.
barn or something, but it had stone walls. It would provide more cover than standing out in a field.
Let's go then.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to try that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to try that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to
Shit.
say, I don't know if there was any cover anywhere, or if we were literally just out in the,
Yeah.
fields and...
Okay, so we're going over to yet another chase scene. Woohoo!
Oh, God.
The enemy will move as one block. Because you guys spotted them, you immediately get an advantage. So straight
Okay.
into your chase pool goes the amount that the on the stunt dice of whoever spotted them. So it was
Right.
Ken and Edward. So who has the highest stunt dice
Both
result?
the same.
And it was 5, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, so you spotted them at quite a
Bryan?
distance. Yep,
You said we've been travelling for half a day.
yes.
Do I get any more magic points back?
Well, that was why. Well, yeah, okay, it would be more than 1d6. That would only be an hour, wouldn't it? So let's say you've been
Yeah.
travelling for. You would normally travel for 8, so you've probably been travelling for 4. So the mages get another 3d6 magic points
Ooh.
back.
Okay. Just 3d6 or add willpower?
Just 3d6.
Intelligence.
Just 3d6.
That's
I think
fair.
I said add
I
intelligence earlier.
I
I
only
shouldn't have
rolled
done.
1 on that, and I was,
Oh dear.
For fuck's sake, I didn't roll.
I've rolled a bit
Okay.
more this time.
So the party have immediately got 5 points in their chase pool. So that means every one of you will begin with 5 points, 5-point start. There were going to be a minimum of 5 away, so the party's actually on 10 points in the chase pool when the enemy is at 0. So let us begin. I'm going to roll theirs first, so I know whether they're passed or not. And you guys are about to give me a dexterity riding test, but not until I tell you. Whisper this. I just muttered what they are by mistake there. Hope no one was listening. So that says dexterity. Oh, right, okay. So, oh, no, it wouldn't. It'd be constitution running, sorry. So, they go, for the love of fudge. They failed this round, so they're getting... so as you guys all like quickly saddle your horses again, get back on and take off, they're taken slightly by surprise, and they're still heading kind of in the wrong direction for a bit as you slip out the back, and then realise you've gone northwest, and they have to adjust their thing. So I'm going to take you all in the order that you appear, that your names appear on my screen. So Ben, could you give me a dexterity riding roll for Edward, please? You
Me?
need to beat an 11 for the chase number. You
I have beaten an 11.
did, so you've got 4, that puts you on 14. And Jenny, could you roll for Celeste, please?
Yep.
Dexterity riding. That's a pass. You also got 4, you're on 14. So that's good too. Do you also want to roll for Sandreena for me, please?
Yes. I'll
That
get
is-
15.
Okay, I can see a pattern forming here. So you've all taken off at exactly the same speed so far. Lars, could you roll for Balore, please?
And here's where we screw up.
You never know.
Well, you never know. 11,
I
that's,
passed.
that's exactly what you need. So you are lagging behind a little bit, but not far, not by much. So that would be Rowena next. This is where we
I've got on the
screw up.
horse. Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm,
You not have
I'm
riding.
backwards on it going, nice horsey.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so it takes Rowena about 4 attempts to get on the horse. She's just got little legs, she's quite short, and she just can't get on the horse. And just every time she gets one foot in the saddle and in the stirrup and starts to pull herself up, the horse just does a circle, and she has to
Before we
start
all
again.
this,
Yeah.
did we remember to
Can-
pick up Toadie before we come away
Oh
from
yeah,
the
you,
castle?
you picked up Toadie before you came away from the castle. Yes.
Because Sandreena got 4 stunt points. Could she use them to help Rowena?
She can. She's going to have to sacrifice all 4, and she'll give half of them. Actually, it's still not going to be enough. So Rowena's failed this round, so she doesn't manage to get off the starting blocks, but as the rest of you race away, and these things are getting closer. Actually, no, I will allow you to do, because 4 points on a chase stunt. There might be something. Have a look at the chase stunt, see what there is.
Okay.
See what you want to use them on.
No, there isn't really anything. There's burst of speed, but that doesn't say you can give it to another character. It says you gain +1 bonus on your next chase test for each one. stunt point you spend, and it's on the next one. So I mean, if I could give her those for the next one,
I'll allow you to give her them for the next one, yes.
yeah, I guess it's max of 3, although it doesn't say.
Max of 3, yes.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so as these things are getting closer, most of you have taken off, and Rowena's only just managed to get on the horse.
Sandreena's like, come on.
I should roll for Lanken as well, really, so just give me a second. Okay, 16. So he would normally go 6 into the thing. Lanken. In fact, he probably will. There we go. So he's way out ahead of you, galloping away for this this position of safety.
Yes.
As these things that are getting closer and closer and closer and closer come galloping. Well, not galloping, because they've dropped onto all fours, but they're just running more or less like dogs. Like,
oh, that's creepy. I don't like
but
it.
they're far too big to be dogs. They've scored 3. So.
Oh God, I have nightmares of things like that.
Oh, sorry, Jenny, I didn't realise.
No, it's fine. It's just
it
creepy.
It wasn't. All right, I see what you mean. I was going to say it wasn't in our little list of things that people were told to tell me about if I couldn't cope with. So
No. I find it really creepy, but it's not too creepy.
Okay. So,
by the way, Marc is supposed to be joining us shortly. He forgot.
Right. Okay. So the creatures are getting closer. They're starting to cover ground. They're now heading in the right direction. Edward, could I have a roll for you, please?
Indeed. Away we go.
Nice.
And Edward, okay. So Edward has galloped off at high speed. You've scored 19 on your stunts in total. So you're actually at the place that you're pretty sure is the one that Lanken was talking about. Sorry, my memory is very poor today. So I'm just going to drag Edward over. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put everybody on that page so you can see it. Edward, that's the ruins that you've arrived at. This is where you are planning to make your stand against whatever these creatures are. Plenty of cover, plenty of places to hide. Okay, not to worry. Could I get the next roll from Celeste, please?
Okay.
Wait. I've got some. I've got stunts. So can I use interference and put it on the bad guys?
Yes, you can.
A character of your choice suffers a -2 penalty on the next chase test.
Okay. So what happens is, as these are moving as a pack, okay, they are distracted by seeing something else move. For a moment, they turn the wrong direction and go after that before they realise it's just a group of startled pheasants just exploding out of the undergrowth. So they'll suffer -2 on their next test because of it, as they've been distracted by the pheasant. So,
Oh, damn.
give me that test, please, Jenny, for Celeste.
Ooh.
Fucking hell, right? You've got 6 chase points. You've also arrived, because that puts you on 20. So you only need 15 to get to this position. So you've already made it to cover, and you still have 6 stunt points if there's anything that's going to be useful at this point.
Okay. So I'm actually there.
Yep.
Yes. Right. Okay. Can I use any to help Rowena again?
I'll allow you to give her a bonus to her roll, yes.
I'll use 5
Mhm.
to use shortcut to add 2 to our chase total, if that's possible.
Okay, yes, you can add 2 to our chase total, which will put her on 12. So she's finally started to get moving.
Okay,
She's realised that as you've gone off at an angle, she's worked
Yeah.
out, actually, it would be faster this way. And off she's gone.
Right. And also the last one, I'll give a +1 burst of speed, so she gains +1 bonus on next chase test.
Okay, so Marie, Rowena gets +1 on her next chase test when I call her out.
Okay.
It would be Sandreena next, but Marc's not here yet, so Jenni, you're going to have to roll for Sandreena.
Yep. God knows when he'll arrive.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What did you get?
14.
14? Yep, that's going
Yep.
to put Sandreena on 18. That's enough to get her in position. So she's arrived.
Okay.
And who've we got next? We have Balore next, if you would like to give me a test as well, please.
Yes.
I'm presuming we've dragged the
Dexterity,
prisoner along with his mind.
Yes, you have, yeah.
He's on
It's on Balore's horse, yeah.
Mm.
He doesn't seem to be resisting at all, so Balore gets +4, so that puts 14, 15, 17. Balore's made it into cover as well. So we will drag Balore out and put him on the thing. There we go. So next up we have Rowena, and you get +1, remember.
Oh, not quite enough.
Not quite enough, that's only 10, yeah. So you failed, you're still out in the middle of nowhere. Just kind of plotting along, you just cannot seem to get it across to the horse, the urgency of the situation.
I should get the +2 though as well.
Should it
like
get-
the 2.
She did get 2 on her chase total, which is why she's actually moving and the horse isn't still doing circles.
Yeah.
just doing donuts at your campsite here. Lanken to go next. If he scores high enough, he'll come back and grab your reins. If he doesn't, he's just going to keep going.
See, he's nice, really.
These are
Kind of.
Oh, 18 with
Oh,
5 stun points.
Bloody hell.
Okay, so actually what he'll do is he will do the same. He'll give you +1 on your next roll. And he will also give you 2 on your current roll. So he comes back, he grabs the reins and starts like, this way, come on, hurry up. Get your horse moving, dig your heels in. So you're now on 14, despite the fact that you're like, you've got no idea how to get this horse moving at all.
The horse is just like, fuck you.
Now, Lanken would have made it to cover, but he had to go back for Sandreena. So you two are both trailing a little bit. Rowena, sorry.
Rowena, yeah.
So you two are both trailing a little bit. These monsters are catching up to you. They are currently 14 away, which means they're close enough for anybody with missile. Well, they're close enough for the following people to fire on them: Rowena or Lanken.
Arcane blast.
Okay, go for it. Give me an arcane blast attack against the
Fuck's sake. No.
mist.
The dice roller hates me today.
The dice roller is not on your side at all, so you an arcane blast streaks out as you kind of twist in the saddle and point backwards. This lance of magical energy streaks through the air and misses one of these creatures as it's loping along on all fours, slabbering from the neck. Its distended shoulder blades, which look like some kind of monstrous hump, sort of pulsating as it's galloping along.
Lovely.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Lovely.
So it's them to go next. So, hunters, let's see.
Some kind of like weird mutant werewolves or something.
Kinda. You'll see them soon enough. All too soon, I'm afraid. That's 5, 6. So they're on 8 now. So they're closing. Everybody except Rowena and Lanken are already in safety. So, Rowena, you get to make another roll, and you get the +1 from Lanken because he's.
Is that the riding one, yeah?
It is, yes.
Yay.
And this time you've passed, only with 1 point in the chase test, which gives you a total of 15, and believe it or not, is just enough to get you there. So, let me just see.
Are we able to do anything while they're coming here?
Yeah, you can. You've got 1 combat round you can start doing stuff with before Rowena arrives.
I'm wanting to get up to a high of. I want to get up high, so
Okay.
high as I can go.
You can climb. You can try a climb roll to get to the top of any one of those bits of broken wall.
Okay, which one seems high enough where these beasts might not be able to get me straight away?
any of the larger ones are, really.
Is this large enough?
That one is... They could jump onto that, but anything sort of this size or bigger they couldn't jump onto, you don't think.
Okay, I'm going to try and get up on this one then.
Okay, give me a strength climbing test then, please.
Stick myself up there. Could I do acrobatics?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Okay.
You probably need it for when you're like, ah.
Okay, so what you do is you run across the stone you initially pinged and jump, and just almost like parkour, your fingers catch the top of the thing and you haul yourself up and sit astride the top of this other thing instead. Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't see over this way.
Well, yeah.
Because of the weird.
That is a little bit odd.
What direction are they approaching us from?
They are approaching from the southeast. So they're approaching from over this direction.
I'll be fine there. I can see.
So what you can do, because of the problems involved in the way the dynamic lighting works, is with Edward being on top of that thing, it's still trying to stop him seeing through it. So Ben, you can move Edward up and down on that wall without it actually costing a movement, just so you can get a look around.
Okay.
Okay, so that
moving,
would be Celeste's moved to there. Excellent.
Yeah.
Who's up next? It would be Sandreena up next. Can move to wherever is necessary. Balore can move into whatever position he wants to.
I'm going to move me a little bit further back over here.
Okay.
And Sandreena is going to be there.
Remember,
instead.
this map is 25 meters. You can move this round your speed times 3, because you can do a minor movement and then a major rush.
Yeah.
So you can literally go anywhere on this map in one combat round.
Okay, I'm trying to decide whether to go there or which one to do. Oh, fuck it. Sandreena will go there, Celeste's going where she is. That'll do.
Okay, so Lanken has now also made it over to here. So let's just drag Lanken out from the NPCs. So he's now made it to here as well. So that's everybody in position, and it's the next combat round. So you've all got one round to move into the positions you want to be in again. So I assume most of you are already positioned where you want to, except for Rowena, who's only just arrived, and Lanken, who's only just arrived. So Marie, you can now move Rowena anywhere on here that you want to.
How... Oh, sorry, go on.
No, go on, ask Jenni.
Oh, I was just going to ask how high this is that I'm hiding behind in case I might be able to climb it without falling to my death.
You won't die if you fall it, but you could hurt yourself. It's a D6 hazard, so it's at least twice your height.
Oh, fuck it. I'll try and climb up it.
Okay, go ahead.
Right.
May as well.
I also need to place Wickham, because he'll be here, of course. So if I find Wickham on the NPCs...
Oh shit, Lanken's not in the best of health, is he?
Nope.
Well, I tell you what, while we're doing the preparing, I'm going to heal Lanken. Okay?
Right, okay. So give me a roll to heal Lanken, and that will be your next... Let's just see how long it takes these creatures to get here.
Bloody hell. It likes
it
you when you
possible?
do your healing rolls.
Yep.
Alright.
Excellent. What did you get?
I rolled 20 and I got 4 stunt points.
4
So
stunt
he's
points.
got
That's,
12 plus my intelligence, which is 4, so he's got 16 back.
16 back. Okay.
Actually, no, you get it's doubled, isn't it, with my stunt die?
Yes.
Sorry, so that would be 20 he gets back.
Right, you are.
Bryan,
Yes.
do you want to go first, Jenni?
No, it's okay. I keep interrupting everybody. Sorry.
So it's okay. It's the nature of doing this when you can't actually physically see each other. There's going to be some interruptions.
Yeah.
So
I was just going to ask. if when they get close enough, I can just shoot them. So like preparing an action to shoot them in the face.
Yes, you can. So let me just see how far they've come this round, because they have to be within 5 of you to be close enough for you to shoot. And then the following round that actually appear on the map. So, they moved. So that's 13. So yes, they are now close enough that anybody with missile weapons can fire at them. So what we might as well do in that case is I will open the initiative tracker, blank it off. Last time I played on one of the other games, it was telling me it was blank and then it would pop everybody in. So let me just remove all. Yeah, it's done it again. Okay. So go ahead and add yourselves to the initiative tracker then, please.
Did I manage to pass that climbing roll? I got a 10. Which was...
In that case, you didn't, so you can't seem to manage to get a grip, a handhold. So you didn't even get off the ground. You didn't hurt yourself. You didn't manage to get off the ground. You just couldn't find a grip that you could get your fingers in deep enough to start climbing.
Okay.
Right, before we start getting into this battle, I don't have a massive amount of magic points. However, I think everyone should know I have a new spell.
Oh shit.
Okay.
It's called Fate's Favoured.
Oh, God.
You brashly bend and the warp and weft of fate to favour your efforts. Choose a particular ability test and focus. For the duration of the encounter, you and your allies within 10 yards of you generate stunt points equal to the stunt die result on any successful result for that test, whether there are matching dice or not. These stunt points must be used and spent normally.
That's
Now I've
pretty
got
sick.
26 magic
Cool.
points. If I successfully cast this, and it's a tricky one, it's a high test, it costs me 12 magic points. But
It
I
would
could
mean whatever
call-
she picks, you would automatically stunt if you passed.
yeah,
Nice.
That's
so I'm
pretty sick.
opening it to the floor because we've got varied weapons. But say I called, I don't know, because I don't have any fighting skills on this sheet. Let's say dexterity, aim. I don't know.
That would be accuracy bows, would affect everybody with a bow or crossbow. Fighting heavy blades would affect everybody using a heavy blade, or fighting light blades would affect everybody with a light blade. Or you could pick one of the arcanums if you thought enough people shared the same
Yes.
one.
I mean, I could be selfish. I say selfish. Attempt to cast it and then call Intelligence Fate Arcana, where I have a 6 bonus. That would give me a 6 bonus to pass. And then any time I pass the fate thing, I would generate stunts. But I don't have that only really works when I've got a lot of
Well,
magic points, to be honest.
Just quickly, what is the primary combat weapon for everybody? Or the primary combat skill you'd be using?
Primary combat skill, Ben.
Bows.
Primary combat skill, Jenni.
Equally, lightning, arcana, and my sword.
Is it a
Right,
heavy
so
or a
that-
light sword?
Heavy.
Right, so heavy blades. Okay.
Right. Primary weapon, Sandreena.
Heavy
Marc.
blades.
Yes.
Primary weapon, Ken.
Light blades.
Light blades. Right, and which arcana are you, Lars?
Frost. Ice.
Ice. So we're a bit desperate, really, for me to be.
So anybody else also got a missile weapon though? Doesn't Sandreena also have crossbow? Because
yes,
crossbow
she has a
crossbow fires on bow, so you could apply it to bow and she could use it.
What
while
about
she was...
Ken? Does Ken have a bow?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
I can pass on my crossbow.
Sandreena also
Right.
does have a little bit of lightning magic, but only a little.
Right. So, Edward's offering to lend Ken a crossbow, which would allow Ken to fire on bows. He doesn't actually have bows, but it would still be You can still use it if you don't have it. You just don't get the +2 bonus.
Yeah.
That would give you 3 fighters using bows.
Okay,
Or
I'm
you
gonna
could use
try.
heavy blades, and you've got 2 people that would use heavy blades. Or you could apply it to one of the skills that only one of you is going to be using. That's still a
I would
legitimate
suggest
option.
either heavy blades or bows.
Yeah.
Either
I'm
one.
gonna try it. I'm gonna try Fate's Favoured, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it for bows.
Bows?
Because
Okay.
these things don't look natural, and I have a suspicion that it might take actual weapons to damage them.
Okay.
Shall see.
Yes, passed.
Ooh.
You passed. Shit.
done.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah, my
so...
target. Yeah.
Yeah, that means everybody now has... will automatically stunt if they score a hit with a bow. With the accuracy bows attack. Okay.
So if I rolled a 3 on the stun dice without stun points, I would then get 3 stun points.
Yes.
Yes.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So long as you pass whatever your stunt dice says, you get those stunts. And that'll be,
Awesome.
and I'm going to assume that accumulates on top of any stunts they actually score.
No, it doesn't accumulate on top. It just means if you didn't get any, you will still get some.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really good.
Right, you are.
There you
Well,
go.
with that being the case, let us start the combat. And first up, using bows, is Edward Doleth attacking one of these creatures, which is currently not quite on the map yet, but you know.
I may as well aim because.
All right,
may as
Legolas,
well.
get on with it.
11 or better to hit.
I got 15, 16, 17, 18.
18. Right, thunk. 5 stun points. What do you want to do?
I will rapid reload. I will lightning attack, and I will armor pierce.
Okay, go for it.
Do I still have another one after that? I think I do. Then I'll skirmish it back. If I haven't, I think I have another one after that. Yeah. Okay, so I'll fire. Just roll the damage for the first one. So that'll be 11 damage for that.
So it's 11 damage, and that was armor piercing, yeah?
It was. And then. Oh, yeah, then I rapid reloaded, then I a lightning attack, then I can just rapid reload again. So then I still have a thing to go again.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Then the second attack. 19.
19, that's also a hit. And what's the number on the stunt dice?
It's a 5, but this was a stun generated attack.
Which would normally mean you couldn't stunt. But, because of the spell that Rowena's cast, you automatically stunned with it.
Does that mean I could lightning attack again?
No, I'm not going to allow that, or we're just going to have
I was
a
going to say,
ridiculous
because this
situation.
could go on forever.
Actually, no, I think I'm interpreting that incorrectly. I think because it's not permitted to generate stunts, we'll leave it as it can't generate stunts. So yeah, you just got stunts on the first one. So just roll the damage naturally, because yes, otherwise we
11.
could wind up with you just never stop shooting.
I only need 2 stun points to get a lightning attack. So.
Okay. So was that 11 damage again? Did you say?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to drop that on there for the time being, although it hasn't actually arrived yet. And its armor only applies to the second hit, doesn't it? So
no, half of the armor applies to the first one.
half of the armor applies to the first one, so that's 3 off, so that would be 8. Its full armor applies to the second one, so that's 6. That's 14 damage you've done to this one. So that would be just tap that in, and what would that be? That would be that, I think. Yes, that's right. Okay, so that one hasn't actually arrived on the board yet, and you've shot it already, so I'm just going to stick it in the corner there. So that was round 1, so it's Lanken to go next. Lanken is also going to aim at one of these creatures, which gives him +1 to fire, to shoot. He's then going to, let me think now, shoot. I'm going to roll as if it was a dagger, because the numbers would come out the same. They wouldn't actually, because he doesn't have bow, so it would be 2 points lower than whatever I've just rolled. So instead of scoring 12, he scored 10, which is a miss. So it is Balore to go next.
I shall cast a. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Ice sheet
I knew he was
in
gonna
the
say
area that they're approaching from.
I knew he was going to say that. He says that because he thinks it's going to be the same problem it usually is for me. But you see, it isn't, because I've done a thing.
He's done a thing.
Thing.
There you go,
Oh,
one
he
ice sheet.
has.
You also have control of it, so you can position that wherever you like.
Wait, what the fuck is that thing? I've just noticed the thing in the corner.
There you go.
That's the demon you've just shot.
What's a demon?
They are demons, yes. So as they approach, they come louping along on all fours, and as they come close enough to start to engage, they'll spring up on the back legs and the front, and they'll take like a human stance again.
The fuck is the demons? What have we done wrong?
Well, you've pissed off somebody who's known to consort with demons, so have a guess. So could I get a casting roll from Balore, please? Because I was so excited that I had cracked the problem with the spell that I placed it on before we found out if you actually passed the spell or not. You did, yes. So the ice sheet appears there. You see that area of ground just freeze over. Part of it is this big puddle. Part of it's the ground. Part of it's that that large, I suppose puddle is the best term I can think of for it. And that's just frozen over. Rowena, you to go.
I'm going to cast Hands of Fate.
Okay, go for it.
Yep. Passed.
Okay. And with how many points in the fate pool? 3. Okay, so once again, fate responds, and you find yourself able to see the strands of fate and tweak them as you need to.
I've got 2 stunt points as well.
Ah, shit, yeah, you have.
So I'm going to use those to reduce the magic
Cost.
point cost of the spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the 1.
No problem. Celeste, you to go.
Okay, because a lot of they're out of range for a lot of my stuff at the minute. So what I'm going to do is I'll cast Shocking Shield on myself, which
Okay.
will last for the whole combat.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay, go for it.
Yay! Okay.
How many demons are there?
They are, well, they're coming out of the rain, so it's hard to be sure. So I'm going to need a perception test seeing from you, please.
So basically this means that any foe who strikes or grabs me in melee suffers 1d6 plus willpower penetrating damage.
Perfect. Put a
Because they get
little,
shocked.
put a little marquee
little
thing
thing.
on so we know that you've got a spell active. And Sandreena to go next. So Sandreena want
okay.
to do a shooty shoot?
Yes, she will do a shooty shoot with her crossbow.
Bryan, was the roll good enough?
Was what roll good enough?
The seeing.
Oh, sorry. Yes, there are. It is. There's half a dozen of them.
Half a dozen. Beautiful.
Okay.
We're
Right.
gonna have Demon Slayer on our name next.
She's going to aim at whichever one she can actually see from where she is.
Fuck's sake.
Okay. But I get bonus because of the thing. The thingammy thing. The spell.
Right. What bonus?
You get stunt points automatically.
Oh, right.
you
Yes.
pass-
Shit, sorry. Yeah.
If you pass, you get.
If I passed it, yeah.
Yeah. How short are you for passing?
I don't know.
What did you score?
11.
11. So that, I think, is actually a hit.
Oh, okay.
Demon's defense 11. Yes, that's a hit.
Yay. Right, well, she got 3 stun points anyway.
Okay, so
So-
that's 3 stun points you got.
Right, I'll just do normal damage.
Okay.
Oh, well, that was bullshit. Ugh. Right, okay.
It
Combat
is minimum, to be fair.
Okay, I'm doing about 400 things here, so you're going to have to tell us your dice rolls.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't normally
did
ask you to, so I normally
6.
read them, but I'm having to do quite a lot at once here, so...
Alright, she did 6 damage.
6
I'm
damage?
just looking at the
Okay.
the stombat, the combat stunts, not
Okay.
the stombat bunts or whatever.
There
Well,
is one
no,
stunt.
not
The Stormbat
not the
cunts,
word that I
yes.
would have the word I would have said.
That's alright, I've gone and done it now. Okay, so I think that's not gone through its armour. I'm wrong. It has. It's got 1 point through its armour.
Okay. What can I do? What can I do? What can I
I
do?
do recommend you use a rapid reload because it is a major action to reload a crossbow.
I'm just looking to see if there's one for 2 though. That can. I'm sure there's a. Is there a one? Mighty blow. That's it. I'll do an extra d6 and then rapid reload.
That should be back a space. There we go. Okay,
that's
so you're
another
doing
3 damage.
another 3 damage. Okay.
And she will rapid reload.
Okay. So seeing these demonic creatures coming charging at you has kind of impressed upon you the urgency of the situation, and you pull Sandreena pulls the crossbow string back rapidly and slots another bolt in, ready to take aim and fire again. And this is the round that the creatures will arrive on the board. So I'll just drag another one out.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I will just put its stats in. Come here. Right, there we go. So that's that many hit points out of that many hit points. And set. And copy. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4.
Is it okay if I
5.
move Sandreena just in front of where she is
Yep. Mhm.
hiding so I can see?
Yes, that's not a
'Cause
problem at all.
the lighting blocks most of the view otherwise.
Not a problem at all. I think I've got one too many beasties here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, can't count. I'll just
Bring
delete
'em
that
all.
one.
Bring on all of the 9 hells. You can take them.
Just pop that one there. So it is Edward to go next while I'm moving these demons into position.
Okay. Let me just. Am I in range to cast Mark of Death? Because I don't remember if it has a range.
Well, you best check then, hadn't you? What did I say about me having to do 400 things at once for this?
We'll make it 401.
Right, I'm going to say... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I thought that had placed that there for a minute.
Okay, I'm getting the rule book up now.
Okay.
Assassin.
Demons look kind of cute if you zoom out far enough. They look like they're doing a little dance, you know,
They
like
do.
a little sort of...
Yeah. Do you
Visible
recognise them?
target within 10 yards.
you
Well, let me
recognise the
just-
demons? These ones were done by Devlin, I believe. You can buy these in the
Doubt it.
Roll20
Damn.
marketplace. And if you take a close look, Jenni, I'm surprised you haven't recognised them yet.
Hang on. There is something familiar about them, but I'm not entirely... Hang on.
Is this map scaled correctly?
This map might not be scaled correctly. Let me just take a look. Give me more
The
fucking jobs,
thing
why don't you?
is
One thing I
110
told you
metres
not to
feet
fucking
away.
do is- No, this map's scaled in feet.
They look like thingies out of Dragon Age.
Don't they just? Yes, they do.
Yeah.
All
Either
the
way, it's not
warriors
close
that
enough.
come with the pack have got
Bloody hell.
Templar crests on as well.
Ah, right. They look like...
Which is very handy for my Dragon Age game, which I'm also running with another group. Okay, so...
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. Well, we're not streaming that one. So, where are we at with Edward? Have you managed to do anything other than pile more work onto me yet?
No, they need to be within 10 yards, 10 metres.
Right, so they're not
So
close
they're
enough,
not
so
quite
just get
enough.
on and shoot.
Alright. Aiming.
Before I get any older.
That's another 18.
So that's a hit. It would
Yeah.
normally not have stunted, but because of Rowena controlling the fates at the moment, they will stunt.
Well, I'll use that single stun point to rapid reload.
Okay. So you use a
And-
single stun point to rapid reload. I'm going to assume you shot the same guy you shot the last round.
I am shooting the same person, yes.
And the damage.
And I've done 11 damage.
11
Again.
damage, so that's 5
For the
gets past
third
his
time in a row.
armor. No, it's not. 6 gets past his armor. There we go. This is apropos of nothing, but Marie's going to be quite amused by this. I've just had a sudden overwhelming urge to watch an episode of Vera, and I've no idea why.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
for those of you who don't know, it's a police procedural set in the area that Marie and I live in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, have you never seen it? Yeah, it's set in
No.
it's set in Newcastle, Durham sort of area.
Right.
You occasionally see them wandering up South Moor Bank.
They
Yeah,
do a lot of filming around Blythe as well.
they do. Yeah.
On the coast.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is now Lang Ken to go. He's going to take another shot with this as yet still slightly unfamiliar weapon. He isn't actually, because he discharged it last round, didn't have a minor action to reload it, a major action to reload it, so he's reloading this round. So
Did he stunt though?
Balore, yeah, but I used the stun. Well, he missed, so no.
Ah,
So Balore to go.
Right, I shall just pick my head round the corner of this wall to see what's coming.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so, oh my god. there's
Yeah,
a
you
lot
can
of them.
see this this sort of pulsating tide of rough, undulating, mutated, monstrous beings sort of galloping along towards you. You reckon over half of them are going to hit that patch of frozen ground you created. Well over half of them.
Yeah.
In fact, all but one.
It's very
Right.
pretty.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I shall throw ice grip on one of them.
Okay, which one would you like to try it on?
This one. Can you see the one at the end? The first one.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yep, got him. Okay, go ahead and try.
Okay. Magic. Icy grip. Here we go. Ooh, that's
So,
a good one.
Icy Grip 17 hasn't stunted, but it's definitely a success. So the ice kind of starts to form up on this demonic beastie. It starts to sort of crackle, and I'm just going to have to move him a bit so I can see the markers that I can
Yeah.
put on him, and then I'll move him back once it's done. If you want to be rolling the damage for it as well, I'll put a little marker on to
6.
show that he's iced up. 6.
The
Oh,
maximum.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's penetrating, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
okay, so he's starting to freeze. He's forming solid. He'll get a save and throw each round, otherwise he'll take more damage. So that's you done, unless you've got a minor action you want to use.
Yes, I shall pop back into cover.
Okay, you dash back into
So-
cover. And Marie, it is Rowena to go next.
Okay. I'm going to continue to hide, and I'm going to cast puppets this time. Puppets of Fate.
Okay. I'm just going to reload my my game because I'm starting to get a lot of little twitchy things happening. So
Well, I definitely passed, and I've now got 5 in puppets.
okay, well I'll still have the channel open so you can still speak to us, but I'm reloading the game itself.
Mhm.
So my music keeps stopping and starting, and occasionally getting lag on the movement as well. So there we go. That's me back in now. So you got a hit. You scored how many stunts?
I didn't score any stunts on this.
Right, because you're not covered by your thing.
No, it's only for bows.
Okay, and what was it you were casting?
Puppets of Fate.
Puppets of Fate. Oh shit. Okay. And how many puppets points did you get?
I rolled a 5 on the stunt dice, so that's 5.
Shit. Right. Okay. So once again, Fate smiles upon you, and you're able to see all the various wefts of the skein of fate. You're going to be able to twat about with it as much as you like. So you have a minor action if you'd like to take it, and whilst you're doing it, it is celestial. Tell you what, I haven't added the fucking demons.
No, you haven't.
I was thinking these demons
You
are
might
taking
wanna-
a while to act, aren't they?
I want to do that first in case any of them go before me.
Do you know what? I might want to. Yes, you're quite right. So let's just find demon soldiers again. Demon soldiers.
That will change what I do.
I would imagine it might. Yeah. Okay. Come on. There you go. So he goes, and then he goes, and then he goes on. Whilst he goes on, and hymns, and hymns. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the Demon Soldier card out onto my other screen to give me enough space to see what the bloody hell is going on. I will, it is... Yeah, go on, I'm just going to let this, because this round's nearly over, I'm just going to let this round go and then we'll reorganise everything. So go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna cast something, but I'm not. I'm just gonna remain where I am. Actually, what's the distance on Arcane Blast? Hang on a
16
sec.
metres at your level.
16. I don't think I can hit anything, can it? Let's see. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. Nope. Right, I'm just going to stay where I am for now.
Okay, Sandreena to go.
Can't do much. Alright, Sandreena is going to fire at the same one she fired at before.
Is it a crossbow she's using?
Yes.
But she rapid reloaded last round, didn't she?
She did rapid
Okay,
reload,
go ahead
yeah.
and take another shot then.
Freaking do it! Oh, God! Oh, shit, sorry, it took ages, so I rolled twice.
That's
but
okay,
no,
I'll just
she
take the top
misses.
one.
She only rolled
Misses?
a 9.
Right you are. So the shot goes wide.
Yep.
And it's the next round, so I'm going to do a reorder. Edward, you to go first still.
That's it. I'm
Oh,
never
Marc.
going last.
Hello, Marc.
Same thing as before.
Go for it.
22.
Ouch. 6 stun
Plus 3.
points and a very, very definite hit.
25's a hit. Never. Rapid reload.
Mhm.
Then extra damage.
Yep.
Then like a lightning attack. I meant to say that. So rapid reload, lightning attack, rapid reload again. That's 4 stun points. I have 2 left, so then I'll just do a d6 extra.
Okay. Crikey. Right, okay, go for it.
So that.
8 points of damage and another 5, right?
Plus
okay.
5.
So plus.
Sorry, that was from my rogue thing, and then that's from that mighty blow.
Jesus, so that's 12 have gotten through.
And then the second attack
Swear to God. Right.
is 8 points of damage.
Okay, so the second attack does 8 points of damage. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's
They
3.
should come closer to me. I could do so much more damage if they came closer.
Don't worry, they're going to. They're going to. If you can hear rending sounds, that's just me breaking into the next box of cat food.
Rending sound.
Yes. Because Tiddles has decided she's awake and wants feeding. So just give me a second. There you go, girl. There you go. Don't you
Yeah,
dare
Marc,
turn
we only just started the combat, so...
Okay, so you said you did another 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 3 more points of damage get through.
The armor is
Minus
becoming a
3.
bit of a pain.
It is, isn't it? Okay, so it is one of the demons to go next. So, Lars, what is the spell power on this thing?
On the IC sheet, the spell power is 15.
Spell power is 15 on the icy sheet. So let's see if this demon falls flat. Yeah, it does. So it runs onto the icy sheet, and then it's still on a fall fours at the moment, but the traction just goes out from under it, and it starts it's still coming forward, but it's now spinning sideways as it comes. So it's like turning round as it moves forward. It moves 4 meters forward, and then it
God.
loses its inertia.
You know
1,
what
2,
song's in
3,
my head
4.
now?
I have no idea.
Think about
Is it Dancing Queen?
No, it's on about it spinning
Okay.
around.
Right round, baby.
Yes.
Right
Right
round.
round.
Like a record, baby. Right round.
round.
Right round. And we can't do any more than that because of copyright concerns.
Yes, so Lanken's going to move to here and then fire at the one that's on the ice. No, he's not actually. He's going to fire at the one that's already full of arrows.
It's a new TV show, Demons on
Demons
Ice.
on Ice. Okay, so Lanken has disappeared. Where is he? That's because I had to
He's
log
ran
back
off
in.
again, the little fuck.
No, I know where his token is. It's his stats that disappeared because I'd had to log off before. So it's 3 points lower than this claims. So he
Still
rolled
ahead.
13 with 4 stunned points. What's the damage for a crossbow, please, Ben?
Well, my perception's 2, so I get a +2, but it's 2d6 plus 3, so it'll be 2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1, and his perception's 4.
Well,
So it'll be 2d6 plus 4. So, just roll this and then I'll
Plus
add
5, do you mean?
another 1. Plus 5, yeah, so I'll roll this and I'll add another 2. 7, 8, 9. So only 4 points gets through this demon's armour. Thunk, hits it in the neck, goes straight through. The thing is still coming. Lanken is going to hunker down in the hopes that nobody notices him while he tries to reload. Marie, it's Rowena to go next.
Is
What
he
would you
using
like?
his stunt points then, yeah?
Oh, I forgot about his stunt points. He will do an armor piercing and some extra damage. And since it only had 1 hit point left after his attack anyway, that shot through the neck has taken it out. It goes crashing to the ground in a
I know he got
putrid
his
pile
own-
that starts to dissolve into the.
Oh,
the,
lovely.
Mm.
Right, well, Rowena's going to... Because currently all I can see is black because I'm hiding behind a rock.
Right, okay. That would do it, yes.
What's that? Is that one of the monsters in front of me?
No, that's one of the player characters in front of you, but you can shoot them if you want.
No, this here.
I've no idea what you're pointing at.
I'm trying to... Never mind.
Well, you're just saying in front of you. The thing that's in front of you is a player
Front-
character. then
in
there's
front of
another player
Sandreena.
character. That's Balore.
Right, okay, because I can't really read it very well because honestly the thing with the vision is messing with my eyesight a bit. Okay, I can see them all now. Out on the edge here. Am I too far away to risk an arcane blast?
Is it within 16 meters? Or do you need me to measure it for you? I'm not doing as much now, so I can.
Right,
think
okay,
you're
you
in
can measure
range.
for me.
You're definitely in range of the one on the ice. You're in range of the 3 on the flank. You're in
Yeah.
range of any of them.
I'll
Any
do
of
the
them.
closest one then.
Closest
That
one's the
looks
one
like a
on the
little
ice.
That kind of looks like a little Cthulhu more than anything else.
It does, yes. So this is the closest one, the one that's slithering around on the ice at the moment. Is that the one you're going
Yep.
to shoot? Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a hit with 1 stunned point.
Okay. Just gonna bring up my spell stamp. Nope, there's nothing I can do with 1 stunt point,
Okay,
so I'll just roll my damage.
okay. So that's
There you go.
7 points of damage. 5 is shrugged off by its armor. 2 gets through. So you have wounded it very slightly, but not enough that it's noticed yet.
Mhm.
You notice it's got like a energy burn up the side of its face where you hit it, but it hasn't even noticed. Balore, you to go.
Right, that one I've done a icy blast that.
Yes.
Will that need it to do its constitution thing?
Yes, we'll do that now. It needs a
Versus spell power
constitution
15.
against 15. Okay, constitution stamina 13, so it takes another d6 damage.
Yep. Another 4.
That's another 4 damage, so I'll take that down.
And -2 cumulative penalty to speed.
Yes. I'll just press the wrong button there. Okay, so I need to pop that. How am I gonna... There it is. Okay, so... -2 on speed. On speed. There we go.
And I shall arcane blast the Gribbly that Marie hit.
Okay, so you're gonna arcane blast the one that's on the ice as well. Go ahead.
Yeah. $16.
Okay, so you launch an arcane blast directly at the creature as it's spinning round helplessly on the ice. It slams into the creature, and you do however much damage. Go ahead and roll.
1d6 plus 3, and I rolled a 5.
Okay. Yep, so that's 5 damage to the creature. That just dissipates off its natural armor, well, supernatural armor.
Right.
So you're saying the armor is magical?
It's a demon. Everything about the demon is supernatural.
Do you hear that, Jenni? Its hide is magical.
Its hide is magical, but remember what I described the one you've already killed? You remember how I described it when it died?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're quite up for keeping it hovering between life and death and skinning it.
Yeah.
One.
Because, you know, that just makes me feel like one of the... I mean, I know I've got all death magic and everything, but I still feel a bit kind of like as if we shouldn't really be the bad guys, should we?
No, we definitely
Actually,
be
should
the
that have
bad
been a
guys then.
dexterity save? It should. 2 seconds, I'll try that again. Right. Okay, that one's done the same. It's run onto the ice and skidded forward 4. And it's
Well, I mean, it's hot in hell. There's not much ice.
spinning
I'm used to it.
right around. It does like a full circle, winds up facing forwards as it slides across the ice and spins round 360, still
Right,
facing
right.
One of the holds a 5 card.
Celeste to go next.
Okay, she is going to try something new, whether this will work or not, I don't know.
Okay.
She's going to move to here.
Yeah.
Oops.
So as you
Just more
move
like
there,
here.
you gain line of sight on 3 separate demons that are approaching. One that's on the ice, one that's currently encased in frost, and one that's unharmed. Unharmed, rather. Well,
I
they're all
can
unharmed.
see this one here.
Mhm.
I want to try and use my new spell, and it's
Okay.
hard to cast, so we'll see whether it works or not.
Yeah.
But I'm going to cast Chain Lightning on this one.
Oh, God. Right,
See,
okay.
as they're grouped together all
Yeah.
nicely.
Yes. Aye, so if this is successful, you will hit the one you targeted plus however many additional ones
Yeah.
up to the number on your stunt dice. So go ahead and make the
Yes.
casting test.
I've got to get a
As you
17 or more.
Call out your prayer to the goddess. 19.
I did it! With 5
5
stuns!
stun points. You sod you.
That's amazing. Right.
So,
Now,
yes.
they have to make a Constitution Stamina test versus my spell power, or they don't take as much damage. However,
Yeah.
I could increase my spell power. Hang on.
Okay, are you going to?
Yes.
Damn.
I am going to use 3.
3?
How many have I got? 5.
Yep.
Right, I'll use 3 to increase the spell power to 17.
Okay.
And so that's 3. That leaves me with 2 more. And I will also use 2 more for Mighty Spell for the main one. That was my target. To do an
Okay.
extra d6.
Damn it, right, okay. So the main one that's your target has failed its saving throw. So it takes
Yes.
3d6 plus whatever.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
So
Okay.
3d6 plus 2.
And this is penetrating, isn't it?
It is, yeah. 12. Could have been better, but meh.
Okay, it could have been, but 12's still not bad. So you blast the thing, startling it quite significantly as this electrical blast just reaches out, shoof, poof, detonates right on its chest. You can see electricity crackling across it, and then it streaks out sideways to hit. Well, let's start with this one. This
5 I can hit then.
5 you can hit. That's all of the surviving ones. Say
Okay.
surviving, that might be more of a fluid concept than it was a moment ago. So this one's passed, so he only takes 1d6 plus.
Ugh, fucker. What, he got
19.
17?
Got 19. I'll take
The
the whisper
little
off now,
fucker.
actually.
1d6 plus 2. 8.
8?
Still
Okay, so
usable.
8 penetrating damage on this, as you said, little fucker. It's the foul mouths of my players, you know. I'm
Celeste
afraid
just there like Palpatine.
Yes.
Like.
It also jumps out to hit this one over here, so let me make a constitution test against that one. 14, that one's failed, so that takes 2d6 plus.
2d6 plus 2.
9.
9.
Yeah, not great, but not bad. Considering that's 3 of them we've hit so far. I'm just going to check the distances. Or, well, actually, you're definitely going to hit one of them, but I'll check the distance. Ready to make sure. Is he within 10? He is. He's 9
Yes.
meters away. So you are going to hit them all. So it then arcs out to straight this one that's still spinning in circles on the ice. And it goes 17, so it's resisted, so it takes 1d6 plus 2.
Just. Shit. There, that was a shit one.
Minus 5. Okay, and finally, this one hither also gets hit as the lightning jumps from its friend to it. 16, it needed 17, so it's failed by 1. So that one's also a hit, 2d6 plus 2 damage. And that does 10. Well, nice job. You've
Yeah.
blasted all of the surviving demons with electricity. All of them are looking a bit worse for wear from it, although none of them have been put out of the fight yet. None of them have been brought down. So, okay, the next one to go would be dead.
I
So the
do
one
like
after
that
that
spell.
is this one. It now sees the danger in the ice, so it's going to work its way around the ice instead. It has a speed of 13, so it's going to move to there, which gets it just close enough to attack Balore.
Shit.
So it's,
Oh no.
so it's going to. It lunges forwards in an attempt to claw him.
I'm sure Sandreena will help you.
9, it's a miss. Fuck's sake.
I'll just sidestep.
Yes. Did I mention these are demons of shitness? So it is Sandreena to go next.
Marc!
He's probably asleep again.
Marc!
I don't think he's in the game. No, he is. Hi.
He is. He's on the chat. He's in the game. Oh, he's typing.
Sandreena is typing.
It's your goddamn go.
What was I looking to do down here? Oh, yes.
Nope,
add
it's not
the-
working.
Show the power list to the
I
top.
haven't got it on mute, has he?
No, we can't hear you at all, Mike. Mark?
Mike?
Mike.
Mike!
Well, that's because we're talking about mics. So Mark is going to have to type for now. I'm charging the one on the other side of Balore. So Sandreena is going to charge the one that's just attacked Balore. So Mark, roll to hit. You get +1 to hit because you're charged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 14. That's a hit, and with 1 stunt point. So roll the damage. There's not a great deal you can do with 1 stunt point, but there is something. So you can take a look and tell us if you're going to do anything.
Knock it prone, I think. Sure. Or push it back anyway.
7 damage. So that's 5, 7. 2 gets through its armor. I'll just switch on to that.
That's very low.
That was quite low, wasn't it? Let's just have a look. I think that's not quite the lowest possible, but pretty damn low. Yeah. Okay, so it would be one of the demons next, I think. But I'll just wait and see. Skirmishing it back, I'm going to presume onto the ice, because then it'll have to roll to avoid falling over next round. So Sandreena rushes in, slams it with her shield, which causes it to stagger backwards, but before it can go, she slices across his thigh as it's stumbling backwards onto the ice. Now, its arms are pinwheeling, because obviously it's in combat, so it's up on its hind legs again. Its arms are pinwheeling around as its legs are slip sliding out from under it like some kind of 70s disco dancer.
Wow.
And
That should be my mic working now.
yes, that's your mic
Yes.
working now. Yeah. Okay, so this one is now going to close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one has rushed in to attack Sandreena. It's going to launch itself at her for a bite attack, if at all possible. 13, I think that might be a miss, but I'm not 100% sure.
It is a miss.
It is a miss, okay. So its slobbering claws slam shut just half an inch in front of her face, like a scene from Alien.
No.
Oh, right, okay. Special abilities, they can make a tooth and claw attack on the same round. So it'll attempt... Was that a claw it rolled, or a bite? That was a bite, so it's going to attempt a claw as well. Its claw, has that hit at 15? Marc, is 15 a
Marc?
hit?
Marc.
Yeah.
Is
Is 15
15
a
a
hit?
hit?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right, you are.
What were you doing?
Oh, you can let him murdered in the bloody living room, the little dickhead.
Okay, so I think that was a claw attack, so that is 9 points of damage. Okay, so 9 points of damage to Sandreena,
Yep.
minus whatever their armor is. And it is one of the demons to go next. And it's this one, the one that's got the icy grip on it. So it's going to move 2 less than it would otherwise, so that's only 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to there.
No, take a step to the right.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11. It gets to there. And there's not much more it can do from that position. So it will make a... It's spotted Lanken over there, so it's going to run at him. It'll make a charge attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's charged in, but it's moved too far for it to get a bonus to hit when it reaches him. It'll still get an attack, but it doesn't get a bonus to hit him. So, first of all, the bite, 12, and then the claw, 15. So let's take a look at Lanken's defenses. They are 15. So, he dodges the bite, but the claw comes up sideways and catches him slightly unawares. The creature's claws dig into his arm for 12 points of damage.
But damn.
He's still not wearing any armor. He really must learn his lesson on that
Jesus.
point. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. There we go. So he's bleeding heavily from the arm again. And as the next combat round is Edward to go, what would you like to do?
I'm a mark of death this one.
Okay.
Finally in range.
Yeah. And because you're so
then-
high above everyone else, Sandreena's not in the way.
Wouldn't have been
Maybe
an
that
issue
was
anyway.
me.
and I'll shoot it.
Go for it.
Obviously.
Okay, that
19 with
would
3 stun points.
yeah, 3 stun points. Go for it. So that's thunk into the side of the critter.
I will rapid reload, and then I'll instead of just doing extra damage, I might do something else. Probably not though. Yeah, I'll just do an extra D6 on top of that.
Okay,
I guess.
yeah, go for it.
So this plus 3d6 plus. Only 16 damage.
Only 16 damage. That's 11 gets through as you shoot it in the top of the head, missing all its vital spots in the process.
Yeah.
It is this demon that's been skidding about on the ice for a bit. It's going to make another roll to see if it can get up. It can. It's managed to get up off the ice, so it's going to charge this way, straight through that gap. It's going to come at Sandreena on that flank. So it's going to attempt a claw and a bite. 21, that's a
Damn.
definite hit. And 15,
Bryan?
yeah.
Puppets of Fate.
Ah, bomb. Right, okay. So currently it's got 2 hits. I assume your Puppet's Fate is going to be against the claw attack that would have scored 5 stun points, am I correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's just see. It fails its save and throw. You lose a point from the Puppets of Fate pool,
Already done.
but it is going to have to re-roll that attack. So instead of getting a 21 with 5 stun points, it instead missed. So only one of its attacks hit. That was the claw. The claw had... Sorry, that
The
was the
claw.
bite. The bite has 3 points of stunts, with which it is going to do an extra dice of damage. So the damage for that is 17 points of damage to Sandreena, please.
My fucking god.
Jesus.
I tell you what, because I don't know if
Christ.
Marc's able to hear us properly, I'll do the 17. Oh, no, I won't, because I don't know what his armor is.
4.
Jenni, can you handle it? Ah, there you are, Marc. 17 points of damage.
His armor's
No,
full. He's
after
wearing
the
the same
armor.
armor.
No, that's before the armor. So you can reduce that by the armor. It would have been a lot worse, only the Puppets of Fate stopped the thing hitting you with a bite as well. So Lanken to go. He's not so keen on being in hand-to-hand combat with this demon, so what he's going to do is attempt to stab it across the eyes and then run. So he's going to attempt to slash its eyes for... Let's see.
Quite unfriendly, man.
14, that's a hit. He's done 6 points of damage, but his dexterity is higher than the beast, so he gets another d6. So that's 10 points of damage, so that's 5, gets through. So that's minus 5 on that one, and then with his minor action, he's going to try and get away from it, so he's got a speed of 15. 1, 2, 3.
Go back into the centre with us.
He's going to hide round that and ambush it when it comes round, is his plan. So, Marie, Rowena to go. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna try and
Can I pop more than one of these out at a time? Because if I can...
I'm going to
Yes, I can.
arcane. I'm gonna arcane blast the one that's behind the lines, the one that attacked Lanken. Yeah.
You can't see it.
Oh, right. Okay.
There's
In that
2
case-
fucking
in that
Sandreena,
case,
and it's going to be
I'll
another
aim for
Yep, you've got 2 targets there, both attacking Sandreena.
the one
both
on the left.
The one on the left, this one here.
Yeah, I've been trying to ping it, but it won't ping it for me.
Oh, that's okay. 17
Yep.
with 3 stunt points. This is an arcane blast.
There's the damage. I'm just gonna look at my spell stunts. Mighty spell.
Mighty
An
spell,
extra
nice
D6
one.
damage.
Okay, roll an extra D6 damage then. So
Well,
5, that's the same as its armor, so the full 7 that you rolled will go through and damage it, so it reels backwards as your blast of magical energy punches into its flank, distracting it somewhat. Balore to go next.
I shall cast Frost Weapon.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do whilst you're doing that, though, is I'm going to make a constitution check for the demon
Alright, yeah.
that you've already frozen. And it has passed, so the icy grip just melts off it. So go ahead and do the frost weapon.
Okay. Blah, blah. Ooh,
Let's see. And with 4 stunned points as well.
yes. Right, okay. So, let's see, I shall...
So whilst you're checking which spell stunts you're going to use, I'm just going to find and read out for everybody what the frost weapon spell does, because this one's quite nice. Let me see now. Spells, Arcana, wrong book. Let's try that again, but using the correct book. So, spells and Arcana, Frost, Cold, there we go. Page 44, Cold Arcana, Ice Sheet, Winter's Walk, Gold. Frost weapons. Damaging cold energy radiates from the weapons of your allies. The readied melee weapons of all allies within 10 yards of you exude freezing cold, inflicting an additional 2 points of penetrating damage with every successful melee attack. The spell lasts for 1 minute. You can extend the duration by spending an additional 3 magic points if you wish to do so.
Very nice.
It is nice, yeah.
I'm wondering whether the spell stunts imposing spell, which takes up 4. The effect of the spell is much more dramatic than usual. Until the beginning of your next turn, anyone attempting to make a melee attack against you must make a successful willpower courage test. The target number is 10 plus my willpower ability. Those who fail must take a move or defend action instead.
Okay.
Is that good for frost weapons for everybody? That it gets that bonus. Then improving
that's
spell it'll be.
Okay
Yeah.
then. Bugger.
Very good.
Right, okay. So you are probably going to have to regularly remind me about that, because you know what my memory's like. But excellent. So everybody within 10 yards of Balore, whatever melee weapon you have in your hand is now radiating frost energy. It will do an additional 2 points of penetrating damage. So whenever you hit, just roll normally, but then remind me, and 2 penetrating.
Okay.
So that's Balore done. So that is Beastie over here, still trying to get off the ice. So it's going to need a dexterity test. And it has failed, so it can slither around on the ice 4 meters. So it gets to there, still on all fours, its legs slipping out from under it like a dog on an ice thing, just keeps like, boomf, boomf. It's exactly like that. So, Celeste, you to go.
Okay, I am going to rush in here and attack this demon with my frosty sword.
Okay, go for it. The demon is
Excuse me.
currently engaged in hand to hand with another character, so you get +1 to hit.
Okay.
You need 11 to score a hit. Oh. That's 21. So you rush in, score 6 points of stunts, and a very, very decisive hit.
So 11 plus another 2 cold damage.
So that's 5. That's 6 gets through, plus 2 cold damage. So that's 8 gets through.
And I have my 6 stunts. Right. Would I be able... thinking about skirmishing it, but we shall see. What's that one that I've done before? Double team. Choose one ally and make an immediate attack on your target. I'll let Sandreena make an attack. That's 2.
Okay.
2. Knock prone for another 2.
Okay.
I've got 4 left. I will. Hang on.
The prone mark. Let's see if it was going off the side there.
I'll do lightning attack.
Ouch. Okay.
So I will roll again.
Okay.
And also. Skirmish.
Okay, let's worry about the skirmish after the sequence of other things. So, which are you wanting to do in what order? Because you're setting Sandreena up to get a free attack against it, but you're also making a second attack against it.
Yeah.
Which of those is going to happen first?
I'll do an attack
Yeah.
first.
Feel free, go ahead.
So that's 1d6.
Okay.
Another 2.
Uh,
Then Sandreena.
Sorry, what do you mean it's another 2?
Oh shit, sorry. I'm rolling the wrong.
Yeah, lightning
I'm
attack.
rolling
you did.
damage instead of a freaking attack.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
This is what I have to work with, people.
Shut up, you. I'm
Oh,
Holy fuck.
Jesus.
That'll teach you.
Aye.
Okay.
Luckily,
Do you know
don't
what? I've
stunt
noticed
because...
something really weird, right? See, since I did that whole Fate's Fortune,
Yeah.
right?
Everybody's been stunting anyway.
Everybody's been stunting anyway.
Oh.
How
Does-
weird.
Aye.
Does this add another 2? This should add another 2 frost damage.
This
as
will
well,
add
shouldn't
another
it?
2 frost damage as well. Yes, you don't get any stunt points because his attack was generated by stunt points. But that's 8 hit, plus 2 for the frost damage. That's 10. So 5 off for its armor. So that's 5 gets through, and the thing's looking in quite a bad way. Sandreena, you get a free attack. So Marc, go ahead and make your attack on that demon.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the same one.
It has to be the same one on this occasion, yeah.
Yeah.
Your actual goes coming up shortly, but this is the free attack you get because of being set up. That's a hit.
When it gets +2, it's 11.
11, shit, that's 6 points get through its armor. So it is, you can see its breath now. You didn't know demons breathed. No. You didn't know a demon could breathe. But you can see his breath, and you can see frost forming all across the surface of it as you're whacking it with your weaponry. This demon now, This demon now will need to.
Because it was knocked prone and I skirmished it.
Oh right, shit. Yeah, so you did. So you're skirmishing it back this way, presumably.
Yeah.
Onto the ice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one that was knocked onto the ice last round is now going to try and get off the ice with some degree of dignity. It fails. It fails miserably, but it does, however, scamper through 4 meters. 1, 2, 3.
It's like demon skittles.
Yeah, pretty much. So it scampers through there clumsily and then leaps to its feet to attack Celeste with a bite and a claw.
Right, it'll get electrocuted, by the way.
Oh shit! Right, okay. So it's hit you twice.
Right.
And it scored stunts on
Actually-
both attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, it has, because 14 is my...
Oh, that's a
No.
point. It might not be. What is your defense at the moment?
My defense is 14.
Ah, yeah, it's hit you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Equal to or higher than to hit.
Yeah.
So it's hit you twice. It's hit you with a
Okay.
bite and with a claw. So
Okay.
I'll do its attack, and then you tell me how much damage it takes from the spell that's protecting you. So I'll do one attack. You tell me how much damage it takes from that. Then I'll do the damage for a second attack, and you'll do the damage from your spell the
Okay.
second time. So the first one is a bite attack with 3 stunt points. So for 3 stunts, it is going to. It's determined to kill you. So it's going to try. So with 3 points, it is going to lightning attack. So it'll get another bite attack as well.
Fuck's sake.
But not
Well, it's going to get electrocuted more.
quite. Not until it has done 11 points of damage to you.
Okay, I do finally have 1 point of armor, so it's
You do.
10.
Yeah.
Go on.
So 10 points get through. Then how much damage does your lightning shield do to it?
Okay, so it does need to make a Constitution saving throw,
13.
and it fails.
Oh shit. Right, okay.
So it does 1d6 plus 2. Right, okay. It doesn't do that much damage, but it's like every time it hits me.
Okay.
So
Does the imposing spell effect that I have any use, or
oh yeah.
Yeah, refresh my memory of what the imposing spell does.
Yeah. The effect of the spell is much more dramatic than usual. Until the beginning of my next turn, anyone attempting to make a melee attack against me.
Yes, against you. I thought so.
Ah,
Yeah.
right, okay.
So, yeah,
That
not
just-
not on this attack, but when the one comes to attack you, then it will. If the one comes to attack you, then it will. So, Jenny, how much damage did you do to it?
That one was 3 penetrating damage.
It is
to that one.
penetrating. That was going to be my next question. Damn. All right, you are. So -3 as it gets an electric shock, startling
Gonna
it.
kill it, so
However, that's not enough to stop it from also biting you. So also clawing you. That was the bite. It's got 4 stunt points for this. So it's going to make a lightning attack on that as well.
For fuck's sake.
So I'll do the damage from this one. So this is the claw.
Please fail.
So that's 9 more points of damage.
Does it not have to roll to hit me again?
Did roll to hit you again? No, it didn't.
Did it?
No, it didn't.
It didn't.
No, I've already. No, we're not getting to the. This is the one that's already hit and stunted.
Yeah, he hasn't got the lightning attack
I haven't
yet,
got to
man.
the lightning attacks yet.
Oh, okay.
These
okay,
are the
okay.
2 attacks we already knew would hit.
Alright.
See, I trying to confuse me so she gets away with it. Cheater. So anyway, you take 9 points of damage. How much
8.
damage do you do back? 8 points of damage because of your armor.
Right. Sorry. No, I don't do 8 points to it. I take 8. Sorry.
See, there she is again,
Right.
trying to confuse the situation.
Right, it needs to do a Constitution stamina test again.
Okay, so
Every time.
Constitution stamina test. Passed.
Oh, bollocks. Oh, well, it still takes damage.
Okay, tell me how much damage then.
6.
Jesus, you did more than the last time.
Oh, no.
Okay, and that's penetrating, isn't it?
Yes.
So 6 damage as it gets blasted with electrical energy. This just seems to enrage it, so it bites at you again. And 9's a miss. However, the lightning attack from its claw is 19, so that's a hit.
Oof.
Fuck's sake.
And the claw is going to do you another 10 points of damage.
Oh, my God.
Rend, tear, rip, snarl.
Oh, I'm not looking good. I'm down to 8 health, guys. Someone help me, please.
And how much damage did you just do to it when your electrical shield went off?
Right, Constitution stamina again.
Constitution stamina 15.
Oh, it's past,
Bryan?
so I'll do
Bryan?
1d6.
Yes, Marie?
1. Fuck.
Too late.
Okay. Mark's one. Okay, so it is Sandreena to go, Marc.
Can I quickly say something?
Yep.
You there were 2 points for the communication pool, pretty much. Or that we've generated.
Yes, I know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done them.
Yes, I have.
Take my job offers.
So, Marc, it's you to go.
I'm going to hit that one again that's to the south of it.
Right, go for it. $14 with 3 stunned points. That's a hit. And you have 3 stunned points generated as well. What would you like to do with those?
Let's see.
I don't suppose you've got a healing potion you can pass me.
I do actually have healing potions. But I'm going to use.
It's a minor action.
Let him do what he's doing first. Fucking force of chaos.
I'll do a lightning attack on it.
Right, you are. Okay, so do the damage for this hit first, and then make your lightning attack.
Yeah,
So-
that's 10 damage.
This hit's done
The first
10
one?
points of damage, so 8, and then 2 penetrating. So 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8. That's 3 through, and then 2 penetrating through. That's 5 through. And it starts to frost up, and then your second to hit,
Another 10.
second to hit,
Stay frozen.
has hit it again for another 10. So you slash it forwards, and it reels backwards, and you bring the sword back and cut it again. So you've carved like an X into its chest. That was your major action. Do you have a minor action you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to give Celeste a healing potion.
Yay!
Okay, so you unclip one of the healing potions. Well, you pull one of the healing potions out of your belt pouch and hand it to Celeste, who promptly drops it.
No!
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, the one Sandreena has just attacked that she's quite badly hurt is going to take offence at this and attempt to bite your face off. It has missed. So it's going to attempt to claw you in the thigh. It has hit.
Oh, God.
So the claw attack's done 10 points of damage to Sandreena. Remember
are
to
nasty.
reduce that by your armour. These are nasty, yes. Lucky you spotted them as soon as you did and had enough time to get to cover, or they'd have swarmed you rather than trying to get through this.
On that note, I'm going to have to head off because I'm up for work at 5 in the morning. Apologies for being late on tonight.
Right, you are. We will see you
But
later.
I will say that on my next Sandreena's next go, she's going to have to take a healing potion.
Right, you are. Okay. Okay then. So that would be this demon next. This one's going to come around this way, stalking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the question is, does it spot Lanken where he's hiding and wait for it? Let's find out. So Lanken's stealth of 17 versus the creature's
Perception of 3.
perception of worse than that is 1. 17. It spotted him all right. It
my
even
God.
suspected he was there, so it comes round the corner, faces him. He yelps in fear a bit as this thing attacks him. So bite, missed. There we go. Bite. 13 and with 6 stunt points. It's going to bite him a second time.
Stop.
Okay, I'm stopping.
I'm going to pop It's a Fate that.
You're going to pop it's a fate.
Did the 13 even hit?
Did it?
Oh, wait a minute.
hit?
The 13 might be a miss on Lanken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a miss. Don't worry about it. So I'll have to roll its claw instead. 14, I think, is a miss as well, actually. So thinking he's 15. It does, yes. So it's attempted to attack him with no luck whatsoever. Edward, it's you to go, and you're aware that your side is now sorely pressed with 3 fighters badly injured so far. What would you like to do?
I'll switch my Mark of Death to this one. Lucky me, I rapid reloaded on the previous round, so I can still shoot it.
Okay.
And you're still getting the automatic stunts, remember?
Yep.
Six
me,
stunt
6 stunt
points.
That's a hit with
Yeah.
6 stun points. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So the damage normally, it's actually 2d6 plus 1 is 17 damage, but I'm going to put armor piercing.
Right.
I'll do a rapid reload.
Okay.
I'll do a lightning attack.
Yeah.
And then I have 1 point left, which I'll just use for another rapid reload.
Which one was it you shot?
The one that's attacking Celeste.
The one that's attacking Celeste. You did 17 points of damage.
With armor piercing,
With
so
armor
only
piercing.
half of its armor counts.
So only
And I'm
3
gonna-
comes off, so 14. Yeah.
And then that's going to be a hit. And then a further 6 points of damage to it.
Okay. Describe the demon's destruction. Within reason.
I see our fighters starting to like whimper a little bit, and I'm like, you know, I can't have this. We've been through so much together, and Eye of the Tiger plays in the background,
No, it bloody doesn't.
and then I
I
just fill
hate
the
that
thing.
song.
I make the back of its head look like a porcupine. There you
Oh, okay. So you feather the back of its head with 2 arrows, and it just topples over onto Celeste. As it hits Celeste, it just bursts like a sack of mucus,
Oh,
covering Celeste in demon blood and gore. And
she's just let off. Tries to stop herself swearing because she's supposed to be a holy woman.
yeah, well, she's covered in demon bits now, like, dripping off her nose and everything.
She like just wipes her eyes.
Being
like-
slimed.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
Spits
so
her.
this one that has fallen over on the ice, it's going to try and get up. Currently, it can only move 2, so unless it can pass a dexterity test, in which case it can move half of its distance. Nope, it's failed, so it can only move 2. So it's going to slide to here and then attack Celeste.
Of course it fucking is.
Of course it is. So, Jenny, is there a time tomorrow that we can get together to generate your new character?
Oh, right.
It slashes you with its claw. That's a hit, I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Puppets of Fate.
Puppets of Fate. Hold on a second.
You fucking hell.
Willpower. Well, let's not worry about that because Puppets of Fate is almost certainly going to step in at this point, and yes, it is. So it has to re-roll that attack in the first place. Was that a bite? Yeah, it was. 14. That's still a hit.
Just.
So it has hit you. I will re-roll the damage because Marie did stop me as I was clicking the button. So I'll re-roll it. You only take 11 damage.
That's 10 with my armor, so I'm at. I'm down.
Right, you are. You've been taken out. You're on the ground at 0 hit points, and you may.
Hey, you can take that X off if you
It
ain't
did
dead yet.
did electrocute it though before I went
Oh shit!
down.
Yeah, you did. Go ahead. Do the electrocution.
Do the Constitution thingy first, so
Of
I know how
course.
much.
We're gonna start doing CPR and then we're gonna get electrocuted.
Bryan.
Yep. Go
Till it
ahead.
got out by now.
I'm
Yes.
just gonna. Is that's not her hovering between life and death, is it?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Okay, so it's passed. I think that's it. Yes, that's passed. So you
Yeah, it
did
takes 3.
3 damage to it. Okay, so let me just.
Can I
roll.
just remind you that I have the Necromancer specialisation, which means I can decide whether a character lives or dies.
You can, and Jenny, here's some good news and some bad news. I'm going to start with the
Okay.
bad news. The bad news is the creature's attack downed you. And its next attack was going to be a coup de grace. It would have just killed you, just finished you off, which would have stopped Marie
Okay.
healing you. However, it took 3 points of penetrating damage from the electrical backlash of attacking you with its first attack. And that killed it.
Oh my
Oh.
god, did it?
So as it slashes you, its other claw is rending down towards your face. The first claw hits you and opens the side of your neck slightly, and there's an electrical blast which throws it backwards against the panel here, and it just, it bursts. The claw that was
Phew.
coming towards the other side of your throat, the jugular, just drops in your lap and then dissolves into mush.
Oh my god.
That's the last thing you see before passing out. But unless anything else does a coup de grace on you, or
Yeah.
Marie can't get to you, you'll be okay as long as she can get to you.
Phew, okay.
It's unlikely that a different one would coup de grace you. They will kill anybody that they're fighting that goes down.
Yeah. I
But
mean, the
another
demons
one's not
do
going to break off somebody it's fighting just to kill you. And if this other one
Yeah.
comes into the fight, it's not going to ignore. It is going to ignore somebody who's already down, in preference to attack somebody else. So the only one that was likely to coup de grace you has just been killed by that defensive spell
I'm
you had on.
so
I bet
glad
you're glad you bought that.
shield. Fucking hell.
Okay, so it's Lanken to go, and he is going to shit himself.
Twat it! Twat it!
Yes, okay, he's gonna twat it. He's gonna twat it. He will.
And then
Jenni,
run
can-
away.
Can you cast that spell on other people?
Do you know what?
that's
It's
just
actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's just gonna twat it. Okay, so
Let me
he
just
will have a
check.
pinpoint accuracy. So 18 is a hit, and with 5 stunt points, he's going to do a lethal blow for an extra 2 dice of damage. So his standard damage was 9, and the lethal blow damage was another 8, so that is 17. 12 has gotten through its armour. So the demon's in quite a bad way.
Nice.
Fuck him up,
And
Lang.
Ken is going to start
Um,
backing off because he's in a bad way himself.
Yeah, then it says that I charge my own body with it, so I would say no. It'll just be for me.
Shame.
Shocking
That would have been
shame.
such an awesome thing to put on like a tank.
Brian,
Could you imagine?
Yes, Marie,
I heal as a minor action.
you do.
Lanken and Celeste are both within distance of me, yeah?
They are, yeah.
As a minor, so I'm going to heal both.
Right. If you do that, bear in mind, although there's nobody here to coup de grace Jenny's character, she could still die from being on 0 hit points.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to heal her so that she's got some hit points. Can I drag her backwards or something, or is that do I not have enough actions?
We don't have, you only have 2 actions. She's currently more than 1 meter away from. Oh, it depends. Yeah, you need to touch her, don't you, to use your mystical
I'm
stabilizing.
just going to check hierarchy.
Go ahead.
I don't think you've ever failed a Kairagi, so I have
Yeah.
faith.
Celeste has yet another scar to add to her.
It
Yes.
doesn't tell.
Ones
It
that
doesn't
are
tell me
unhappy.
about distance, but it's hierarchy stuff. Because
So you'll have to be touching her, which, well, yeah, you'd need to be next to her.
Lobbing mud off her wounds.
Or 1 square up. Yeah. Well, you
Okay.
can attack over a square. I don't think you can heal over a square. So yeah, you're gonna need to use a
Yeah.
minor action to move.
Move and a minor action to heal.
Okay, so Jenny, you're not dead anymore.
Yay! Thank you.
And Marie, not only have you stabilized her, but you get a Kairagi test, which you've passed. That would be 3, 6 plus your intelligence, 10 health. Jenny, you get back. So I'll just pop that in there for you.
Oops, shit, sorry. I was doing it at the same time.
Oh,
as
sorry.
you.
Sorry. Right, okay, I don't know why I didn't just tell you to do it really, but there you go. So you're not dead. You're starting to feel a little bit better, but not that much better. You certainly don't fancy getting back in a fight if you can avoid it. So the frost
Thank
weapons now
you.
count down by 1, so there's only 3 more rounds of it. Balore, you to go. What would you like to do?
How is the health of Sandreena?
Sandreena is
not
really
good.
badly off.
Right, I shall take 1 step forward.
Yeah.
Put my hand on her and do a heal and touch.
Okay. You place your hand on Sandreena's shoulder and attempt to cast the spell. Go ahead and make the roll.
Right, and I shall put 3 magic points into it, which will be 3d6.
Okay, yes.
Lots of help.
Nice.
And you have 3 stunt points as well.
Oh, okay, hold on. Bring up the spell stunts again. Where is it? It's not popping up.
Okay, so the options for 3 stunts are skillful casting, which would reduce the magic points cost by 1. That would cost you 2 stunt points. Mighty spell, if the spell does damage, which it doesn't, but I allow this on healing as well, you can do an additional d6. So instead of doing an additional d6 damage, you would do an additional d6 healing instead.
Right.
Or you can do that wouldn't matter. So magic.
So it's one or the other.
Yeah.
I'll pick the one that will give 4d6 health back then.
Okay, so you cast the spell and go ahead and roll 4d6. And that's 10. I'll add that back on. Boing. So it's 29
Nice.
on Celeste. Right, excellent. So you've stepped in and healed Celeste, placing a hand on her shoulder. You cast the spell, your healing energy pumps through her. You can see some of the worst of the bleeding starts to slow. At that moment, this demon that still hasn't managed to get off the ice yet is going to have another go. And it's off. All right.
You rolled Ken's dex, you know.
And it's not off. Yeah. Right.
I'm pretty certain it's not as dexterous as Ken.
It's not. And
No, it really isn't.
It slips sliding around on here. So it's 2, 3, 4. It gets to there. It's not close enough to attack anybody.
He accuses me of cheating. He's cheating with his demon.
So, it's Celeste who's in danger of suffering a massive heart attack if she's not careful.
Celeste will be saying lots of thank yous to Rowena, and she will also drink the healing potion she got off Sandreena. What is it? 3d6 or something?
It is. It's 3d6 plus your constitution.
Are you going to take any offensive actions as well?
Probably.
Right, okay. Because if you were going to do another minor, if you're in a really bad way, Rowena's got healing potions too. She could indicate that pocket and you could take one of the healing potions.
That's alright. Let me just say I'm at
Just don't drink my mage ones.
I think I'll probably... I might take you up on that, but I'm at half health now. I'll probably try and at least do something against this demon. And then... Let's see. What can I do? How many magic? I've got 5 magic points. I am going to... I'm guessing my shocking shield's gone.
Yes, it will have gone down when you lost consciousness.
All right. I'll cast Shock Blast on this demon here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to juggle Sandreena as well. Let's see. Okay, that's passed.
Okay.
And it needs to do a Constitution Stamina test.
And Constitution, Stamina. Failed.
It's failed it, so 6. It's not a lot, but 3.
3 points penetrating damage. So you do a shock blast on it. It kind of reels backwards slightly. Shocked. Does shock blast hit more than one opponent, or is that?
It can do. But I don't think there's anything close enough.
What, this one here? There's only 1 square away from it. You know?
Oh, is it only 1 square?
Oh,
Oh shit! Right. I didn't see it properly because of the thing.
It's past its 7th.
Oh yeah. Right. Doesn't make that much difference with the thing. I just don't have my willpower.
Right, so you've done 2 points of penetrating damage as the electrical blast arcs from the one you aimed at over to his friend. It is now the dead demon to go, so it dissolves.
Oh, I was gonna. Oh, I can't move, can I?
No. Not this round, so it's Sandreena to go.
Okay, Sandreena is also going to take a healing potion.
Okay, so that's an activate action, so that's a minor action. So it's 3d6 plus Sandreena's constitution.
2. 14. So it's getting back up there. So that's
It is,
39. 43. Oops. 43. Alright, she's not doing bad, and she is going to twat the demon in front of her.
Okay, go for it.
And still got the frost weapons on. So...
Yep.
Okay.
That's a
15
hit with 2 stun
stuns.
points.
So that's 14 damage, including the frost damage.
Okay, so she thrusts her sword straight through the creature's centre, and as the frost radiates out from it, it just freezes stiff. And then she puts her boot on it and kicks it off the end of her sword. As it hits the ground, you can see the demon itself just melts underneath the thing. It is dead.
Can she use threaten on the last oh shit. This one. The one that's on the ice.
Let's just see if she's got
So
a
that it
clear
has-
line of sight with it. No, she can't see it.
Ah, bollocks. Okay. Can she use double team with Edward so he could
Yes.
attack that one?
If
Nice.
if he's got line of sight,
If he-
yes. Well, he will have because he's up a height.
He will have, yeah.
So,
if he's got a
oh,
loaded
actually, he's
missile,
looking
but-
straight at it. Yes, yeah, Edward, you can take a shot at that one now if you'd like.
Absolutely. Is that the one that's got? No, it doesn't. Never mind. Well, it's a hit.
That's a hit with
Ooh,
4 points of stuns.
awesome.
Do I get stuns?
Yes.
With
No.
double team.
No, you don't, because it was generated by stuns.
Ah.
No, you don't. Quite right.
That's fine.
Oh well.
Then it will be taking 13 damage.
Okay, that's 5, 8. That's 8 damage it takes. That's minus 8. Oh, don't know what happened there. Let's just try that again. Try it that
And
way
then
then.
it's him to go again shortly.
It is. It's the start of the next combat round, so it's Edward to go. What would you like to do?
I'm going to mark a death this bad boy.
Yeah.
The one with the most health to the south.
Mhm.
And then I'll take a shot at him.
Okay, so drawing a bead on that one. You loose your shot. 3 points of stuns. That's
shoot
a
him in the
hit.
face.
Yeah.
So, yeah, rapid reload, and then I'll do a lightning attack. Probably no, I'll do it. I'll do an extra d6 because I have a feeling we're coming to the end of the combat anyway.
I would think you are, yes.
Smash on. No. 22. 22.
Bombs. So 22. Just refresh my memory. What was the stunt you did?
A rapid reload and then an extra d6 of damage.
Yes, it was. That's right. Okay, so it's still alive. Just,
Okay.
but only because you didn't choose to penetrate its armor. So
Yeah.
there you go. That's very badly damaged. The shot has hit it in what you assume to be the creature's face. Although it doesn't have a face in the sense of a human. So you've shot it in the front of its head. It looks very, very badly injured. Lang Ken is now going to fire that crossbow at... Oh, no, he can't. He still hasn't reloaded the damn thing. Fuck did he do?
Oh no.
Well, I know it says a major action, but he's had like 4 minor actions he hasn't used. So I'm going to say he's managed to reload it by now. And he's going to shoot it. because then he'll get some stunts. So it'll be the same chance to hit as, well, it won't. It'll be 2 points lower than if he was using his dagger. So that would be 11. That's a hit. It's just barely a hit, but it's a hit. And it does 2d6 plus his perception.
2d6 plus 1.
So
plus
that's
perception.
2d6 plus 5. You got 4 points of stunts with it. So with that, he is going to pierce armor and rapid reload.
Judging by that thing's colour, it's dead.
Yeah. So it's 2d6 piercing armor, 2d6 plus 6 piercing armor. So add 6 to this. Oh dear God. Oh, that was only 1d6. Ah, that's better. That's 13 points of damage anyway. So he shoots it through the front of the head, and it explodes. Its head explodes into gore, and the rest of the thing just melts into the, dissolves into the ground. Deed. That's Ken done. Marie, it's Rowena to go.
I'm gonna go heal Lanken.
Okay, you dash over to where Lanken's looking a bit rough from his recent engagement. That's 4, 5, 6 points of 7 points he gets back. Plus 7. There you go. So he's feeling a lot better now. He's not quite at full, but he's close. The frost weapons lose another round off their potency, and it is Balore to go. There's one demon left.
I will icy grip it.
Right, you are. I'm just going to double check that you can see it from where you are. Oh yeah, of course you can. I'm looking at the wrong character. Yes. Okay, so go ahead and make an icy grip cast then.
Oh, bloody hell.
That's a passing with 3 stun points.
Right, okay. Well, it takes d6 penetrating damage.
Okay.
But with the... Let's see if that thing will pop up now. Oh, what the hell is wrong with this bloody thing?
Not quite sure because I'll...
Nope. It's not popping up, so I'll do that, so it'll give another d6 damage on top.
Right, yep, so it's 2d6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Here we go.
Sorry, I'll let you roll it. 4 points
Same.
of damage. So, your icy grip crushes the creature as it freezes. The ice starts to crush it, and it suddenly just like poof, just bursts inside the ice that's forming around it and dissolves into nothingness. Suddenly, you realise that the danger has ended, the battle is over, and the prisoner has fucked off.
Oh no.
I knew he bloody would. I knew he bloody would.
He can't have gone far. The combat. How long was the encounter?
It was about 10 combat rounds, so that is about 100. It's not long, so about 2 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it took us
Right,
nearly
nice.
2 hours to
You
do it.
I
Right,
think
right,
he
right.
probably summoned the fucking demons as a distraction.
He can't have done. You've got his
Hands
magical
bound.
device.
Yeah, he can't actually cast any spells
And his hands
because he
are
doesn't
bound,
have his
yeah.
focus. Yeah.
Can I see him from where I am?
Give me a perception searching test. Seeing test, sorry. Seeing test.
Just see him running, and he's running into the next set of demons coming the other way.
Yeah, you can see him. He's not that far away, to be honest. He's only about 100 yards up the path.
I'll just point and say he's over there. Want me to take
Yeah.
a shot at him? I'll get him in the legs.
Yeah, shoot him in the knee again. That'll stop him.
Yeah,
Can I
don't
can I shoot
kill
him in
him.
the leg? I won't kill him. Can I shoot him in the leg?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Can I aim?
So right,
Yes.
if you get him to 0, I'll keep him hovering between life and death.
It's okay. If you get him to 0, the person that did it gets to decide whether they just
16 damage.
brought them
Sorry,
down safely
16
or
to
not.
hit.
16, so it goes straight through the back of his calf and he topples to the ground. Ah! 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 Basically.
We're going straight to the academy then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you get back on your horses, grab all your stuff, and dash out to where the prisoner's still rolling around, howling about the fact he's got an arrow through his calf.
That's your own fault.
You do.
Stop screaming, man. Ladies love a scarf.
You quickly pull the arrow out, bind it, get him.
There, I've done healing on him, even though he's a little traitorous witch.
Pull the arrow out the way it went in. Yeah.
By the end of the day, you've made it back to Starsreach Academy. As you bring the traitor through the doors, you can see the doorman is like glaring at the traitor, and as he's brought through, everybody you pass turns their back on him, physically turns away from him. Eventually, you hand him over to Captain Osmar,
Right.
presumably.
Yeah.
Who says,
Sorry about all the arrow holes. He tried to run away.
"That's all right. Nice to see it hurt him. We've got a nice cold cell for you, my laddo. You come with us." Guards, 2 of the swordsmen just come in, grab him. You did take his arcane device, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, look,
Excellent.
Captain, there is something
And
we should
his
talk
wand.
about.
And his wand. Right, okay.
I've got his wand, which I'm going to take to the lecturer on illusions.
Okay. Okay,
We
so
can tell them that what he said, that you only did it because,
His sister's hostage.
yeah.
says, well, that's not for me to worry about. You can tell the
Well, at least that's what he says anyway.
well, it could be true for all I know, but that's not for me to concern myself with. Tell the Chancellor or the Vice Chancellor.
Yep,
And,
I've got something to drop off to the Chancellor.
Good, good.
Mm-hmm.
And the magical device, give that to the new bursar.
Right.
Right.
Obviously not the old bursar, who was on the other side.
Yeah.
And I think is dead, if I remember rightly. No, you took him alive, didn't you? You took him alive. Okay, so you speak to the Chancellor and the new bursar. You give the new bursar the arcane device.
Yeah, the
Which-
Adept's wand.
The Adept's wand's not the arcane device.
No, right.
Give him both of them.
Well, the arcane device is supposed to go to the bursar. The Adept's wand, Lars, you said you wanted to give that to the
Yeah,
Master of
the lecturer
Illusions.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, the
Mm.
Master
And
of
also,
Illusions.
I shall take the helmeted skull of Bryan and plonk it on the Chancellor's desk.
Okay. You plonk the severed skull of Baron Khaled on the Chancellor's desk, who takes a look at it and goes, "What? Oh, Baron Khaled, yes.
Yep.
Oh, I think I might have that polished up and turned into a paperweight."
But do it with it as you will.
Yeah.
Oh, Chancellor, another thing.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
could
I'll,
be very wizardly and put a candle on top of it.
Oh,
to
that's
let
a
it
good
all,
idea.
like-
Yeah, we could drill a hole through the top of the skull and put a candle
Yeah.
holder in it and put a candle on.
Yeah.
I think we'll do that.
Another thing, Chancellor, and
Yes.
then I'll produce the battle plans.
Okay. You produce the battle plans, and as the Chancellor unwinds them, he takes a look. At first, it doesn't click what they are. And eventually, you see realization dawns. So, where did he get these?
In the Baron's war room.
In his castle.
Yeah. It was easy enough to get them after we filled them with arrows.
Then you've done well. These are the plans for a siege against this castle, against this university.
Yeah, they mean business.
They certainly do. This looks like it could work.
Mm.
Well, good thing you have the plans. Now we can. Well, the Baron's out the picture.
He calls his
That's the
bateman
plan.
over and says, "I need to see Captain Osmar, and I need the council brought together in a council chambers in an hour."
As Wickham was with the Baron,
Mhm.
I'm assuming that he had some input into these battle plans, so maybe interrogation of him.
I think we do need to interrogate him, yes.
Yeah.
With utmost urgency, in point of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you've all done well. Do get yourself something to eat. It's growing, the hour grows late. Feel free to rest up and recuperate a little, and then we'll speak again in the morning.
Not that will.
Okay. And we'll tell him, I'll tell him what Wickham claimed was the reason why he did what he did.
I'll have that checked.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because if it's true, we could go in, try and get his sister.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows?
I'll have it checked and we'll see. We'll discover it. But again, you've done very well. Eat, rest, and we will speak tomorrow morning.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I'm going to trudge off to my room.
Okay, you trudge off to your room while the rest of you will have to go and stay in the guest.
In the peasants.
In the peasant, yeah, exactly. Who has Wickham's arcane device? They were going to take it to the new Bursar. Who had it? No, Balore had the wand.
I thought you took both, to be honest. I thought you took the one down.
Oh god, I think it was Edward.
Okay.
Who
No,
plucked it
I
out.
didn't take no. You took the wand, and Sandreena took the pearls or the necklace.
Well, Lang Ken spotted the necklace.
Lang Ken spotted them, but then he gave them to Sandreena and told her to be more careful.
Right,
Yes.
so Sandreena's got them.
Right.
Okay. So, as Sandreena takes them to the new Bursar, the Bursar takes a look at them and says, "Some arcane device, whose is this?"
Wickham's.
The Traitors.
Mm-hmm.
I see. One moment. You see, she goes into another room just off her office, comes back with a small crucible, places the things in the crucible and casts a spell on them. Lightning blasts out of her fingertips and strikes the crucible, heating it up and dissolving the pearls. They begin to, some of them dissolve, some of them crack and burst. The metal links that were holding the whole thing together just dissolves.
But that could have been worth a bit, man. God.
Well, it isn't anymore. Have that disposed of, she says to her Bateman.
Yeah,
Well,
looks like it's done the job.
it seems we have, and then there's a knock at our door and somebody runs in with a scroll. She opens it. Another faculty meeting in an hour, certainly. Okay, I'll be there. Well, thank you very much. But I'm afraid I'll
It was
have
a pleasure.
to... Excellent. You get a night's sleep. Everybody can restore all their health and their...
Bryan,
Yes?
Yay.
check the
In
chat.
there, Bryan.
You're not going to... Well, I mean, you could... It's up to you, Ben.
I mean, yes. Yes.
I mean, given what you've just found, and I don't know, it's up to you.
Okay.
Perhaps.
I feel like it'll be fine. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What is he up to?
Don't worry about it.
I get
Is
my
there any
magic
way...
points back, Bryan.
Yes, you can have all your magic points back, which is what I was about to say before.
Ben did something sneaky that we can't
Yeah,
see.
Ben, can you give me an intelligence check for your character?
I have a reason why I'm saying this, or why I'm making that decision.
Okay.
Can I spot if he's doing anything weird
He's not
or
doing anything
sneaky
weird,
or-
and you can't spot it. No.
He's not
Okay.
sneaking off somewhere.
Well, yes, he's sneaking off. Well, I suppose you could spot him sneaking off. Go on, could make a perception test.
I was gonna do it when they were asleep.
Yeah, but there's still a
My
chance.
whole
you'll-
reasoning is just straight down to like loyalty. That's all it is.
12.
12.
No,
No,
make a stealth roll.
You can do, yeah.
I doubt.
I highly doubt I'll get lower than 12, but...
Celeste's just like...
No, Edward, you just disappear into the night, which means you and I are going to have to get together for you to generate a new character for next week, because there's no way you're going to be able to do what you said you're going to do and get back in time.
That is very true.
So...
okay.
So, you all get a nice rest. You awake in the morning, no sign of Edward. You don't know where he's gone. You assume he's still kicking about somewhere. It's not till breakfast that you start to think, where the fuck is Edward gone?
Would Lanken not have had a chance to spot him?
No, I don't think Lanken's going to bother. I think Lanken's just going to get some sleep.
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
So, I can't remember what I was going to say now. It's like 5 interruptions on the epilogue, and I just have lost it. I've completely...
Sorry.
It's slipped from my mind. Just give me a second. It'll come back. Just give me a minute. I'll cut this bit out.
Edwy is messing up plans even when he's not
I'll cut
there.
this out in post. It'll be fine. Oh, yes. Okay. So, you realise that Edward's gone. Nobody seems to be able to find him. You speak to various people, just casually at first. You're becoming more and more concerned as the day goes, as the morning goes on. However, after breakfast, you're called to see the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor, who have the battle plans spread out that Edward rescued from Baron Khaled's. Says, I don't know if you've taken a close look at these plans, but they are plans for Modraine's forces to besiege this university. We've already fought one battle here, and our defences are not entirely recovered from the civil conflict within. Now we see these. There is limited time. It would seem that Modraine is launching forces to converge upon us in several different directions at once. If with Baron Khaled's forces unlikely to be able to participate now, the odds are still not entirely tilted in our favour, although they're not quite as bleak as they would have been. However, our only real hope is to raise more forces and bring them here. We are under strength, some of our walls and towers are still damaged, and these plans suggest quite a major offensive. From what we've learned from interrogating the prisoner, he's already revealed some of the secrets of the defence of this place. Fortunately, he doesn't know them all, but he's revealed some to the enemy.
Oh, great.
Little fucker.
You may take a day or two's rest and recuperate and recover from your injuries, but I'm afraid we have to ask you one more time to assist us.
Of course.
I know that most of you have no loyalty to the Starsreach Academy, except of course for Balore, who's one of us. However, each of you is linked in some way to one of the factions of the uprising, and we've now joined the uprising. We need their help. We need the other factions to come to our aid. Without significantly greater forces than we have, we are going to fall to Modraine's counterattack. We can hold here for a little while, but against the kind of plans drawn against us, without aid, without assistance, we can't hold for more than a few days. We're going to have to ask you to raise every force within the Starswater region you can find. And then he produces another map. And I'll take you over to the map.
Alright.
There you go.
It's the pretty map.
There you go. You'll notice this connects up to the map you were on. So Starsreach Academy, where you're standing, is here. So it's now on the eastern side of this map. It was on the western side of the previous map. So you're looking sort of north. Sorry, wrong way around. This is the western side of the. You know what? So that's the Starswater area anyway. He says he knows that there are other resistance forces scattered around this area. and he's going to need you to bring as many as he can before Modraine's forces arrive to assail the academy one more time.
Okay.
It doesn't
Dude,
matter.
we can get whales.
Sorry?
I was just saying we could get the whales on our side.
They're fish, not whales.
Oh.
Whales are not freshwater animals. I don't know
Who do you think you are? Bloody Aquaman.
Edward's become. Is that his next character?
A lake whale.
Yeah. He is Lake Man.
Okay, so that's the map of the area anyway. I'm just going to check and see how long they've got. So, so it's Act
And he looks like
3.
the old school style of Aquaman.
Yes.
Actually, it's not. It's the introduction to Campaign 2. So,
Okay.
because what's happening here is we have now completed Campaign 1, Traitors' Fate.
Oh.
Whilst you're away doing these things,
I think that deserves a level up.
no, it doesn't. You've only just leveled up recently. The traitor will be executed by the.
What?
Unless anybody speaks up to do something.
And I suggest that we hold off executing them until if we find his sister.
Yeah. I
Yes, you
think
can suggest it. Give me a communication persuasion check, please.
Can I help with that?
Yes, you can.
My communications shit. But
So you can both make a communications persuasion test, and we'll take whichever's the highest, but we'll use the
it'll be Balore.
Balore, yeah, and with 6 stunts.
Need any help?
God damn.
Very well, since you are a loyal member of the Academy, since you brought us the plans and the prisoner, we will acquiesce to your request. We will keep the prisoner here alive, imprisoned, and separated from his magic, until you can return with news of his sister. And then, if there is time, we will hold a trial for the traitor then. Or we can hold the trial in absentia, but defer the punishment. But since you have asked, and since it's you, then we agree.
Thank you.
Okay, so with that, let's just see how long you've got. If the party recover the battle plans from Fetherstone Keep that detail the plan to attack the Academy, then the Academy has been forewarned and has 4 weeks before Modraine's forces arrive and the siege of Starswater begins. So there you
Plenty
go.
of time.
You have 4 weeks to raise as many of the other resistance factions from the area as you possibly can. Right.
Are there loads of swamp witches in Darkmouth Swamp?
Oh my god, could you imagine?
They're all like super buff swamp witches,
They've all
like
got their own-
Rowena.
they've all got their own problem.
Well, Rowena, you do have contacts in the people's
Freedom volunteers.
people's freedom
Splitters,
volunteers.
yeah.
Splitters, yeah. Also, however, there's areas to the west of this map that are a stronger place for the people's freedom volunteers. You know that. Rowena knows that. That the centre, I'll just show you the larger regional map. Rowena knows that a strong place to find the larger factions of the People's Freedom Volunteers would be...
PFB.
Fucking come over here, man. How are you? Come on. Come on. Come on. There's a good little marker. Jesus wept. Hurry the fuck up. There it is. Oh, now it's not going to resolve properly for ages.
We never know.
I
it
need
might
glasses
be.
on. It's a bit
Several
blue.
minutes later.
It reminds me of Daggerfall, to be honest.
There you go. It takes a while to resolve because it's a large map. So, if you look to the west of the map you were given, you'll find a place called Durham's Ford, and beyond that, Roadsmeet. Okay. So, although the majors,
long-sighted.
although the majors
Oh, there we go.
didn't know this at the time, that they gave you the smaller map, Lanken knows that Roadsmeet is a major hold for the Ravens.
Right.
If you have
okay.
time to get Roadsmeet as well, he would suggest it, because that's where the Ravens are.
Mm.
Right? Whereas Durham's Ford, there is a strong presence of the People's Freedoms volunteers there,
Okay.
or in the hills above there, strictly.
Okay.
However, they're in the hills between Durham's Ford and Darkweld, which is on the Darkweld swamp.
I think we should go to like all the ruins, you know. That would be cool. Oh, we should.
Ryan, on the map that you just showed us a minute ago, is that the same? Is it the same region? Yeah, or are we further away?
Yeah, it's the same. Oh, yeah. Look, the
This
stars.
yeah,
are
the
lit.
stars.
Yeah.
are-
Aye, but it's just that roughly, just slightly to the west of Starstone Mines was Cherry Blossom Manse, which would be on the way to Lion Ken's home.
It would.
Yes.
I'll show you that. The reason I moved you onto this map is because it covers a larger region, but therefore the
Yeah.
scale's different. So I'll just take you back. It'll take a while.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Over.
Oh.
What I'll do is I'll do the next map over, and then I'll stitch them together
Mm-hmm.
in here so you can see them both at once. But
Yeah.
that will take me till next week.
Yeah. So if we
So there you go.
sort
You
of,
should be back on the closer in map now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know we're going to try and raise the People's Volunteers and the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are other members, or there are sympathisers with the Vermilion Order at Starswater. However,
Mhm.
Is
there are also sympathisers of Modraine's at Starswater. You know this because Modraine was born in Starswater, and he's a folk hero to the village.
I don't think we should go there because it could tip them off that we know more, and I don't know.
You
I don't
also
trust
know that the sheriff of Starswater is very much all to do with the law and tradition. So although he has sympathies with the uprising, because there's no legal proof that Modraine did away with the king, he hasn't acted. He feels he can't act without actual legal proof. He's very much one of those everything by the book types. Okay? So that's Starswater for you. Factions on both sides.
Are there any places we know of that have Kingswan or the Faithful that we could reach out to?
Okay. On this map, the Kingswan are somewhere in the hills above Darkweld.
Okay.
Okay. And there are, as you suspected, other swamp witches in the Darkweld swamps and other People's Freedom volunteers there.
Okay.
The Faithful, the closest, the Faithful will be somewhere in the Starstone Peaks, because they were driven out of the city of Dunelm, which is west of there.
Yeah.
The city of Dunelm is a cathedral city. It's hugely important to you, to the Faithful. It was captured by Modraine, and as a way of rubbing it in, the current bishop of the Cathedral of Dunelm is a literal demon.
oh.
Oh my god.
So he's
Is that- that's
completely
probably gonna be-
profaned the Cathedral of Dunelm.
Desecration.
He's desecrated it. He's turned it into a temple to the demons, to the demon
I
lords.
have a feeling
Yeah.
this is a little side
my
quest
God.
for the faithful people.
Well, also there is another side quest on this map, because you need to find various things for Celeste's armor that she wants making.
That's true.
Starstone Mines is where you'll find the metal that you were told to find.
Yes.
So that being the map, where are you going to head first? And that's where we'll start campaign 2.
Before we go anywhere, can we ask to use the griffins so that we can be faster? Although the only problem with that is they're not exactly sneaky.
They're not sneaky, no. You'll
I
be
think
seen
we
from
go on
miles.
horseback.
You'd be far too easily spotted if you were on the griffins and no. Oh, there's something else I should have suggested. There is a wizard at High Reach Tor. He's an alumni of the university, and he is a master.
Right. Okay.
Where the
Uh,
hell is
if
High
you
Reach
can
Tor?
bring him High Reach Tors in the mountains west of
Top left.
Darkweld Swamp.
Hmm.
Okay.
He would be good to have on our side.
Mhm.
Hmm.
He is. Just give me a second to find his name. Didn't realise I'd closed Scabbard down.
Oh, right. Yes, Hyam. Yeah, Hyam.
Near Hyam,
Yep.
which is also sometimes known as Eagle's Nest or Eagle's Rest. Sorry, Eagle's Rest. So I'm just going to pop this open.
Well, I'd say we should either start at Starstone Peaks to get the faithful, because, you know, obvious reasons, or round Darkweld and Darkweld
Well,
Swamp.
shall we head... Oh, okay. I was going to say, why don't we go down to Rensweld and along the Starstone's Reach, Leaky Bottom Inn, and onwards to Cherry Blossom Manse, where Wickham's sister may be held.
Well, we don't know if there's anything in particular at these places as such. I mean, we could stay there, but they're just inns.
You can
so-
ask me about any of the places on there, and if the wizards know anything about them, they'll tell you. Or if your characters know anything about them, I'll tell you.
I think if we go to Starstone Peaks, we can then also go to the mines, and then also Cherry Blossom Manse, and then go across to this area for like.
Okay, the wizard in the tower is Jarazad.
Charizard.
Yeah, he's an archmage. So that
Okay.
if you can bring him in to help Starsreach, that should make a significant difference.
Okay.
But, you know, just bring as many forces as you have time to.
That's the thing, we'll have to manage our time, so we can't spend too long
That's correct, yeah.
exploring.
What
places.
about that place?
That cairn.
Karen.
A cairn is a whacking great pile of stones.
Yep.
That's sick.
So, and also, you're not here, so shush.
Anything about these ruins here?
Yes, Varweld ruins. Both the wizards and indeed Rowena knows that the village that used to be there was flooded as the swamp extended, as the water levels rose. So
Right.
it was abandoned because it got impossible to, as it started, like the streets started to disappear underwater.
Okay.
So it's not a ruin because it was attacked or anything, it's just a ruin because nature reclaimed that area. The swamp expanded and people abandoned the thing.
Which swamp is Rowena from, anyway?
Darkweld.
Ah, so it's a whole swamp, right?
Yeah. Home, smelly, damp home.
Yeah.
In fact, your sister lives in the town of Darkweld.
Yep.
I was going to say, so if we follow the north coast of Starswater Lake, it'll be quite swampy and wet.
Yep.
Yes.
And if we
And there's
go,
biteies in it.
And there's bites
Yeah.
in it.
and if we go travel the south coast along Starstone Inn and Leaky Bottom Inn, it'll be quite hilly and rocky.
Yes. Until you get to the farms on the far side of the Leaky Bottom Inn, yeah.
Right. So if we go along the northern route, we'll be bogged down, if you pardon the pun.
I mean, Rowena would probably have a good idea of the best way around swamp, though. So that should help, I would imagine.
The
Find our way
road
through it quite well.
The road that's marked on the map is it is somewhat optimistic to call it a road. It's only anything similar to a road during periods of relatively low water.
Right.
It is, even then it's not that much of a road. It's navigable. Bearing in mind it's currently spring.
Okay.
So given that it is spring,
Rain.
that road will be navigable at the moment. Of course, another option is you pick up a boat from one of the towns on the Stars Water and sail across it. That's another option.
Mm-hmm.
Avoiding all the whales.
They're freshwater fish. They're not whales. Yeah,
There
great
is signs of
steaming
a
pudding.
town. Signs of a town.
There's probably a Loch Ness monster there, though.
That's funny you should mention that.
I bet there is, isn't there? Some kind of other mermaids and mermen.
There's no legends of merfolk in the Starswater Lake, no. You find them off the coast to the east of the kingdom. But that's a long way
They're
from
probably
here.
salt water, aren't they?
Just a great big serpenty beast that likes to eat little children. We'll
Yes.
probably be alright though.
There is actually a large serpenty beast in the Starswater Lake. Since you mentioned it, I'm going to say you knew rather than you just made it up. Because there literally is some kind of lake monster that has only started to predate the fishermen of the lake in the last 6 months or so.
Oh boy.
Right.
I mean, is it bad news or is it like, we just live with it?
Oh no, it's pretty bad news, yeah.
Ah. There you go, guys. We got to go kill the giant stuff.
So which one are we going to first
Yeah.
then?
Which direction are you
Well,
heading?
we shouldn't really go to Darkworld because my sister's the witch in that village and we don't really get on. I mean, I tried to get along with her, but she said I had to go and live in the swamp, so I had to go and live in the swamp.
Well, that's not very nice.
That is quite unfair.
I mean, if we're
I
gonna-
think if we head for Cherry Blossom Mansion, right, on the way to see if we can recruit the Ravens, we
Yeah.
are,
Well, remember the faithful are also in this area. So,
yeah, so we'll see if we can raise any of the faithful on the way to Cherry Blossom Manse.
mhm.
Right, it makes kind of sense. Starstone Peaks, Cherry Blossom Manse,
Mhm.
Derham's Ford, and the other place, you know, Lanken's home basically.
So
And once we've swung round there, we can come back via. We can go to High Tower and see who we can raise in the area around there regarding the People's Freedom Volunteers.
So you're taking the southern route.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So what's the first place you're going to head for?
Well, with me being part of the faithful, would I have a good idea of roughly where they are and if it's near the Starstone mines or if it's more like?
Well, they're scattered around a bit, but there are some of you hiding out in the Starstone Peaks, yes.
I would say to go to Starstone Peaks first, maybe.
I think the first town or village we'll cut through is Westfield.
Rensweld, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'd have to go straight down
Okay.
and then through this way, wouldn't we?
Rensweld, Starstone Inn,
Mm-hmm.
Leaky Bottom Inn, and then into the Starstone Peaks up the river trails, presumably, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, thank you. That's all I need to know. So, we end campaign 1. You have captured the traitor. You haven't yet visited upon him the traitor's fate, as you were instructed to do by various supernatural beasties. But you've only kind of put that on hold while you check his story. Having learned of the imminent attack on the Starsreach Academy and the fact that the Academy isn't really in a position to hold Modraine's forces, not of that size, off indefinitely, you have been dispatched to raise further help to come to Starstone's aid in its hour of need. One of your number, Edriad, has slipped away in the night. You've no idea where he's buggered off to or what's happened to him.
Didn't leave us a note or anything, the little shit.
I don't know. Ben, did you leave a note?
Originally I wasn't going to, but I guess I got pretty close to the party. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll leave a note.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to find it first. It's under my pillow.
Okay, so you find a note under his pillow. What's it say, roughly? Or in
Dear
great detail?
travelling companions, I must bid you farewell, for my task is complete. I was the Baron is dead, so I must return to from which I don't know the words. I have to go back home. See you in the next life. Your dear friend and companion, Edwy Adola.
Excellent.
Oh, bless her.
There you go.
Kiss,
So,
kiss.
from that, you know that Edward was dispatched here by somebody to kill Baron Khaled, you presume, because that's the task that has been completed. Who sent him? You're not 100% sure, but you do have strong suspicions.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
you're going to have to proceed to try and organise the relief of Starsreach Academy without your erstwhile elven sharpshooter.
Mm.
In the meantime, thank you very much for coming. I hope you've enjoyed the game. We'll begin campaign 2 and we'll have a new player joining us. We'll have Chris joining us with a member of the Kingsworn during campaign 2 at some point. Might not necessarily be on the first adventure, but he will be joining us.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we will join again next week for season 2. Straight into season 2 without a break. Aren't we great? Of Fallen Kingdom. That will be called Rising Waters.
Oh.
We're all going to drown.
So thank you all for coming. Hope you've enjoyed the game.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you
Good,
very
good.
much.
Thank you to everybody at home. Hope you've enjoyed watching the game. Join us next week when we launch season 2 of Fallen Kingdom, Rising Waters. But before you go, Jenni has something to say.
Yes, if you liked and everything and you're on Twitter, you should definitely follow at Gethsemane Games Twitter account. So it's just at Gethsemane Games. And also you should probably take a look at some of Bright's stuff, which he can tell you about.
I'm really going to have to give you a prompt sheet so you can tell them that bit as well. Save me my voice. Okay, yeah, do feel free to check me out on Bryan F. Irving, Gethsemane Games, on Patreon.
OnlyFans.
Where you will find... you can check Ben out on OnlyFans if you like. If you give him a small donation, he keeps his clothes on. You can join me on Patreon, where you'll be able to pick up various maps that we use in this, some of the adventures, some systemless materials for games, lots of great stuff.
Be a bastard GM.
Sorry, say that again?
And tips on how to be a bastard GM.
Just watch the show for that. Also check out my coffee shop, where you can pick up some of our system-agnostic adventures, or you can just buy me a coffee to keep me going. That's pretty much what fuels my drive to create more and more adventures for this mob. So thank you very much for joining us. Do take care. We'll see you for season 2 next week. In the meantime, do stay safe, take care, but from us, good night.
Goodbye.
Good night.
And I